Cool. I was right on cue. I never get it right on cue. Like I try to do the countdown and then the live to go at the same time. But cool. Glad you made it, my man. So we're doing this live today with the new co-host on, Justin. If you wanna introduce yourself and how we kind of know each other, how we work together.
Awesome, man. Thank you for having me, Damien. It's awesome to be on here. So, yeah, I am a local real estate investor in the Dallas area. Damien and I met through the Sub 2 community, and we just connected. Obviously, he's an action taker, he's doing deals. So, I wanted to get in his presence, get in his atmosphere, and we've just connected, stayed in touch over the last few months that we've known each other, and just looking to do some deals together.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. And yeah, no, we when was it? Was it I feel like it was earlier this last year. Probably like just when I got into sub two and Justin already knew that like he was a definitely a go giver and a collaborator. So it was never like, competition with them. It was always like how can we work together? What can we do to kind of benefit each other to get to the next step? And so that's why I always wanted to make sure I kept him close and and just in close connections, whatever we do. So
You want to know?
um,
I think the first time we met too, we were on the Daily Dial,
yeah,
and
that was it. That was funny.
you were. So for those of you that don't know, the Daily Dial is like a daily role play we have in Sub 2, and this was like one of my first times on there. And Damien was the seller, and he wasn't giving me any information. Like stumped me like in my tracks. Didn't know what to say. I think they might have had to stop the role play at one point because they were like, "All right, we need to help him out." But he
Mine,
was
that was
amazing,
my first
awesome
time too.
seller though.
That was my first time on the Daily Dial as well. So honestly, it wasn't even me trying to be stumbled. I just didn't know what to say. So it's me like I like gave bare information to you. So that was actually kind of funny, yeah. And then from that point on, it's literally I had contact with you. It's like I think after that call or maybe the next day, I had reached out and we connected from that point on. So that was funny.
That was
I had
hilarious.
no clue what I was doing. I was like, yeah,
You're
I'm gonna just act like everybody else and kind of give you whatever they were saying.
you're a realistic seller, so it definitely helped with the practice we had there.
Definitely, and I don't think I ever went back on ever again. So I was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing there. But then I always peeped it. Like I never went back on to like do the calls because I mean, yeah, it's nerve wracking getting on there and like in front of like even if it's like 10 people.
Yeah,
It's like I feel like everybody's a critic, and so like me and my confidence wasn't there yet at that point in
yeah,
time. Now I can just do it just because, but back then it's like you have to be able to like have guts to do that because
yeah.
that's nerve wracking. So I commend you for even trying to do it. I was on the easier side. You were on the harder side. All I had to do was act hard. What's up, my man Ryan? Good seeing you, my man. Uh, but yeah, no, I'm glad you did better than I thought you would.
No,
So
I
well
appreciate that.
done.
I appreciate it. Well, I do think that like you said, making the calls actually to agents one on one, although you are making those live calls, I feel like just practicing that, even if it's not in front of anyone else, if it's just you one on one, I
Yeah.
honestly think that's the best way to go about it. Even if you fail like flat on your face at first, you at least have a reference point where you're like, hey, I did the call and I survived at the end of the day, and you just build confidence from there. I mean, once you get going, and then the daily dial, I feel like it's great too, and you can definitely refine your skills and then go that route. So
No, exactly. And in a sense, this is almost like the Daily Dial, but just like real life.
yeah,
Like people's real reactions, people real talking to you, real authentic, and it's in front of everybody. Like this is public, this is live. So
yeah,
any mistakes that happens, you can't rewind, you can't go back, you can't hey say cut, this is what you could have done better. Like it's none of that.
yeah.
So I feel like it's the best environment to kind of be in, just to throw yourself in there and whatever you learn, you learn. So I like it. It gets me going.
100%, man.
Cool. So
100%.
just let me see what is first let me what's your goals for this year? Like you want to throw a couple of goals you have out just for your business, life, whatever you want to make it.
Of course, man. I appreciate you asking. So, like, I made my goals towards the end of last year. Really, this year I want to do 20 deals. My background is construction, so like I'm coming out of the construction world, and in real estate, is really about sales. So I'm really focusing this year too on honing in on my sales craft. So I want to do 20 deals this year. I want to get a fix and flip operation going, but at the same time, I also don't want to miss out on opportunities where, if you have the cash deal and it just doesn't work, like why not just convert it into a creative deal and make those conversions too. So I'm trying not to miss out on that boat there as well. So that's why, I want to do 20 deals, whether that is cash, creative, what have you. And really that's where it's coming from. So I'd love to just kind of start from there and, just fail forward, honestly, because at the end of the day, I think as long as you're taking action and you generally have an idea where, I want to get this 20 deals this year, I prefer 10 of those deals to at least be cash deals where I can be the end buyer on it and fix and flip. So that's really my goal. The other 10 can be creative, and I don't care if I wholesale it or take it down or whatnot too. So
No, absolutely. And honestly, it's to the point where you're just being a well-rounded investor, honestly.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna get, only creative deals or only cash deals.
yeah,
And so I feel like a lot of people kind of like zone in, say, I want to own this amount of properties or this. Like, I just want to do a deal. Like, I just want to make money. At the
mm-hmm.
end of the day. Like, however I make it, if it's wholesaling, I'm a wholesale. If it's fix and
Yeah,
flip, I'm a fix and flip. If it's buying and holding, and that's the best route to go with it, now I'm gonna do that because that's so many other benefits to it.
yeah,
So I kind of just made mine. I think you're good with just making it deals, just keeping it general,
yeah,
because that's an attainable goal.
mm-hmm.
Mine were I don't know if I said it. I think mine was like 25 rentals, whether it be long term, short term, mid term, whatever the case it is. I want to own 25 more properties. Um, I had a lot. I wanted to make sure I started my podcast. Want to make sure I did my YouTube branding, social media content, stuff like that. Stay consecutive or stay consistent with those. And also, I wanted to make sure I went to 50 meetups this year,
Dang,
and also make I think it was 200 connections with like 200 more friends, like in real estate, business. Don't have to just be in real estate, businesses,
yeah.
entrepreneurship, all that kind of stuff.
Bro, that's funny you say that too, because one of my goals was 52 like-minded new friends this year. So I at least need to get one a week, which I think is really undershooting it.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I think, especially in our communities, I mean, we can be making connections every day.
every single day.
Yeah. So 200 is probably about right. I probably set the bar a little bit low on that, but I was like,
But
hey, what
genuine friends, like people
genuine?
that I
Yeah,
talk to. So yeah,
yeah,
I think that's good. Like I met like I met two like great people that I've met so far. I still need to talk to one of them, but he's like he met me and he was like, "Hey, I want to be a private money lender." I was like, just like that. Like didn't even haven't spoke to him. Didn't even. It was like it was actually at the meetup
Oh
that I went to
my
this
God.
Saturday,
You still have
and
to
we were
go?
just talking, doing our thing, and like he heard about like what I've been doing and whatever the case was. And he was like, he said, hey, and he pulled me aside. He said, hey, look, I said, what's up, my man? He said, hey, I want to be a private money lender. Give me your phone. I was like, say no more. Like he
Your
take
guys' number?
yeah, no, he took my phone and literally put his name and number and put private money lender in there. He
Yeah.
said, "Hey, look, I'm only here for like 3 more weeks. Let's sit down, have a talk. Let's see like what the game plan is. I'm very flexible on whatever it is. Just let me know and I'll fund it." I said, "Hey, that's all you had to say." And it would I
Bro,
didn't even speak to the man before. He just pulled me aside and said that.
in the
So
real estate investing world too, that is gold. I mean, if you're comparing that to dating, that's the girl coming up to you and being
yes,
like, I have your number, like, which never usually happened to me growing up. So like the fact that someone did that to you is just like, hey, I got some money, let's put it into a deal, dude. I mean, what more could you ask for? That just shows the power of connections and squatting up.
yeah, like that one connection could like lead me to what I don't even know. The possibilities are honestly endless. And he's like, whatever it is, just let me know. And I was like, I don't even know what to say to you right now. Like, I think that just means get to work. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bring you some this week, honestly, at this point.
You
So it made
clearly
me honestly want to work as hard just to find a deal, just so you can fund it, to know I'm for real about what I'm doing. Because at the end
so
of the day,
my,
I feel like it's a test. Like he wants to test me to see, like, am I really generating business? Am I really doing what I'm supposed to do? Like, I can bring you some this week that's gonna make you more bang for your buck and make it work. I can do that. So
What do you think it was about you that like drew him into you to like?
man, honestly, I don't even know. I was literally just being myself, being genuine. Like I don't know. I that sounds, I don't know, so cliche, but
That's probably the truth, though. That's probably is because he sees how genuine you are, and he's like, if someone is a private money lender, they work. That means they have money set aside to invest in deals that they saved up, that they spent time going to work and getting that money. So
yeah,
like the fact that like he came up to you, I mean, that's honestly the reason, if I had to
yeah.
guess.
And so I don't know. I don't know about it. I'm very blessed about it. Thank thank them and everybody else with the opportunity. I don't know exactly what it was, but I'm glad he did. And so I don't know who else he did that to either. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I had some hitters over there. I had some hitters like it was, Don was there. Jabs is there.
Yeah,
Jabs is a knockout. Zach was there. Like I
yeah,
had killers over there. So
yeah,
who's to know he didn't say it to every other guy like that over there. So Chris was there. Chris is, Chris always gets deals. Like
yeah,
he's a dispo guy. Like he's a guy. He's a connector. So
yeah.
um, yeah. So I mean, but it was a good time. I enjoyed the whole vibe of everybody. So that was all good to go. Um, so just let me and just for everybody there that's gonna end up watching, what is your MO? Like what are you doing? Like what's your day as an investor? Like what do you consist of? Because people only know about my side and what I do. I do agent outreach and
Mhm.
I do that all day long and I talk to who I need to talk to. But what's your day like as far as you?
Yeah, man. So I'm doing a few different things right now. There's first of all, there's so much opportunity out there in the real estate industry in general, but in investing right now in particular. Um, I I'm really trying to do a few things at once. I just hired two VAs. What we're doing is we're going after pre foreclosures. I'm expecting a lot more pre foreclosures, just the way what the economy is right now, especially in the upcoming months. I just think we're going to see an uptick in the pre foreclosure market, and then that's how I got my first few deals too, is going directly through the pre foreclosure leads and helping those sellers out and solve their problems there. So I believe in that 100%. If you are looking to get your first deal, it is highly competitive, but it is the I would say the low hanging fruit, where if you can get in front of that right seller, it is an absolute game changer as far as how motivated the seller is to actually work with you. So I'm doing that, and then while my VAs are cold calling, pushing leads through. I'm doing actually cold calling myself, but I'm doing a lot more of what you're doing is agent outreach. And I'm just trying to develop relationships with realtors, with on market properties that have been sitting. I'm trying to go after 90 plus days on market right now, and I'm targeting specifically free and clear properties. And we can get into all the creative stuff of why free and clear is awesome. And even if they do have a mortgage, you can still do a bunch of creative stuff. But really targeting those two marketing channels right now.
Yeah, and that just proves to show like there's so many ways to make money in real estate. Like there's literally, and it's not just like the not just like the regular ways of just doing things. It's lending, adding yourself to deals, passive income, active income, all those different kind of ways. So I mean, I'm just honestly scratching like the potential that could really be done in real estate. And you taking pre-foreclosures, like it's a high demand for those right now, especially with all that's going on with the recession and people losing their jobs and stuff like that. They're falling into pre-foreclosure, and you're providing a solution to help them out. So
Yeah,
that's dope. I like that.
absolutely.
Kayla. But what was I about to say? So what's your day like? What's your day full of? Like, as soon as you wake up, what's on the agenda? Like, do you schedule that out, or you just kind of go with it, or
So
what's
I'm trying to get more structure with my day. I had to switch between the VA that I did have into two new ones that I have now. So right now I'm just kind of onboarding them. So my days have been a little bit, or my schedule's been a little bit hectic, if you will. But my day I'm hoping to get to is, meet with my VAs in the morning, definitely do some huddles with them, do some role plays, making sure the systems look good, make sure they don't have any questions. From there, they're going to do their cold calling thing. I'm going to hop on the phone and go direct to agent and do outreach. I'm not going to do follow up in the morning. I'm just doing outreach, new touches that I haven't already talked to before. And then in the afternoon, what I'm doing is all my follow up at that point. So any realtor, if we discussed any type of deal within the previous days, going back to them, reaching out, see if they've talked to their seller. Also, if there are any pre-foreclosure leads that I'm following up with, all of that will be in the afternoon. That's basically my day in a nutshell. It is pretty hectic right now, so I'm trying to get it dialed in a little bit more, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah. So you're not like literally calling agents and calling these sellers like literally all day for like 3 hours, 4 hours at a time.
No, 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 no. I think you would like for me, I try to do, a few calls and then break it up and then take a break in the middle, whether that's go walk around. I might grab a snack or something out of the kitchen pantry. My girlfriend just made cookies, so I've been eating those.
There you go.
I'll go get a cookie after I make a few calls. And then I come back, make a few more, etc. So yeah, I think you just got to do what feels good to you. I mean, if you can just bang out calls and you only got 2 hours to make calls and that works for you, then do that. If you got more time on your hands and can divide it up, I think it all depends on you as the person. So that's what works for me.
Yep, time versus money, and that's kind of how I kind of handle it. And what I even had to do myself, and I'm still doing now, because I'm the kind of person that I know you guys can relate. Like I'll be on my phone for like an hour on Instagram, just looking at funny videos. I don't even know, like they be catching me, like the weird stuff. Like Mr. Beast be catching me on Facebook. I don't even like Facebook, but I just catch myself on Facebook watching videos for no reason.
It's
Like
the algorithm; it gets you too.
yeah, if you know what I'd be liking, and I don't even know who Mr. Beast really is, but his videos are kind of funny. So yeah, like it's this. I had to catch myself sometimes. So everybody goes through that, and especially like now, which I feel like Justin can relate, that we're kind of on the brinks of getting further in our real estate career, but we're still at like a step one and step two. And so we're right there with you guys, and we're kind of showing you guys what we're doing right now to kind of get on that next level, so you guys can come with us. That's why I definitely want to bring him on.
Absolutely. I mean, I still feel like, I'm at the starting line right now. Like, I've done a few deals, but like, there's so much that I don't know. And there's so much that I rely on our community for. I mean, if I didn't have, like, for instance, a transaction coordinator in my corner, I'd be done for. Like, paperwork is not my thing. My girlfriend is a realtor too. You should have seen me on my first deal. Like, you would have like literally been like rolling over laughing. Like, I'm literally having a panic attack, and I'm calling my girlfriend into my study. She walks in, she's just like, calm down. She's like massaging me, like it's gonna be okay. The seller had just agreed to the terms and all of that stuff. And I didn't even have like a DocuSign. I had to go sign up for DocuSign so I could send over the contract. Like, that was me literally like 4 months ago. So like obviously there's been progression since then, but like just where I'm still at the beginning for sure. And I look forward to like learning more about real estate, because it's like a never ending learning process. So
Yes. Yeah, and it's honestly who you surround yourself with on how fast you learn, honestly. Like, I'm hanging around. So picture this. So I'm like, in real estate, just got started. It kind of, I mean, I've been an agent for about 4 years prior, right? And so I did 2 transactions. Did my own house, which I was a seller, so I had to sell that one.
yeah.
And I did like a friend's house. I don't even know who, I can't remember who it was. That's how like lost in real estate I was for 4 years. 2 transactions, worst agent in history. And so
No, there's done 0 deals. You can't say you're
well, yeah, there probably is some that has just 0 deals. But then I got the sub two. And so that was me, like, in college all that time, like, not hanging around not per se the right crowds, but just my friend group, the ones that want to party, do all that kind of stuff. I come to sub two in April, and just from like, what was it, 8 months now, 9 months now, how much I've been in there, I've learned years beyond what I'm supposed to be learning in just a few months, and it's just around the people I hang around put on in my circle, like hang around guys like you and everybody in DFW, Myron, Carolyn, Jab, Zach, all those guys, like hang around those in the same mindset of you, just getting your wheels turning, and
Mhm.
just like we just have a conversations, like we just got off the phone, just having a conversation of what's our plan to do in the future and how we're going to try to grow our brands and stuff like that. I want to talk to people like that because
Mhm.
those are the ones like excite me, get my engine going, and I just appreciate those kind of people because they're looking at the future rather than like right now. So it's all around who you surround yourself with.
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think I heard I think it was like Layla Hermosi that said this, and I'm gonna butcher her what she quoted, but she was like, if you can't see a future with like one of the friends you're talking to, it's hard for you to like obviously make that friendship work. And she's talking about like friends that you've known like a long time in the past, but she's like creating the perspective of like if you can't see a future with that person, not only just I mean it doesn't have to be business, but even if it's like, hey, like let's like go out and like get to know each other more. I want to get to know your family. How can I help you and like your family goals or your business goals or like spiritual goals? Like if you don't see a future with someone, it's hard to like really connect. And I've had to learn that pretty recently, just like on some friends that I've like been buddies with for 10 plus years. It's not that I'm going to cut them out of my life necessarily, but like just connecting with like-minded people is such a game changer, and I feel like it can like exponentially just put you in the right direction. So that's what I've learned recently, just with connecting with people like you and others in the Substitute community. So
Yeah, and it feels so genuine, and I just love that about it
yeah,
because yeah, I can't find this anywhere else in the except inside the community.
yeah,
So I appreciate you guys. So I promise you guys we will get to calls today. We are so Justin's gonna assist me in making agent calls because I feel like we've been talking about it and it just feels more better when you call with somebody else. Because at that point you can laugh about the calls, you can talk about the calls, you can. I mean, usually if you're by yourself, you're like, well, dang, just talking. I talk to myself personally. I talk to myself all the time.
yeah,
So I'm
same.
like, damn, like, what else am I supposed to do at that point? Like, that person just irritated me. I'm probably just gonna go do something else for a little bit. Instead of like I can actually talk about the feedback with the call, maybe laugh about it with somebody,
Yeah.
give me constructive criticism,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff, and then watch them do the call, and then I kind of motivate me. It's like, all right, it's my turn, and kind of go back and forth, a little banter, a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what we plan on doing today. That way I can stay on topic because a lot of times I get off topic with the calls and my phone be ringing and I had to contact somebody else and do all this other kind of stuff. So we're gonna try to stay on topic today and do that. Cool.
What kind of on market leads are you calling right now?
So I have let me actually make sure because I'll be just saying the filter, but I hadn't even honestly checked the filter in a minute. Let me check it out. I think I need to delete some of these tabs. This is why my computer going so slow. My computer overworking itself. Let me delete some of these. Make sure I don't delete the live. All right. Let me see. And then I'm gonna share my screen as well. My computer over here working hard with all these tabs. Keeping all these things open. I need to delete some of these.
All I hear is click, 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 click.
Yeah. I need to delete all these tabs. I don't even know what I'm deleting no
My,
more.
my computer is the same way though. I say that and I got like 20 up.
And
So
it comes right back up like in 5 minutes. Like I don't know what be happening.
you got
Like
three Zillow listings up, then you pull up Google Maps, then your CRM's up.
got about 15 spreadsheets open, all different properties. All right, cool. Let's share my screen now that I kind of cleared that up a little bit. All right. Yesterday, actually, Kayla and Taylor they provided me with some agent calls they had leads on, and so I went through those calls, and they were really cool. They kind of even had it organized for me as far as like what kind of temperature they were, red agents, green agents,
Dang.
open to. So no, they're dope.
They must be an
Um,
Astro.
of course they are.
I knew
Yeah, they're an Astro. How'd you know?
it. You only get that type of information from Astro students.
No, that's for real. That's
No one
100%
else.
true.
No
Let me
one else.
see.
Michaela, if you're the one that's texting me, we still haven't met yet, but we need to definitely connect here soon. I think it is.
Michaela, probably. She's usually with Kayla and also Ken or Kennedy. I don't. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right.
Okay,
Um,
'cause I
yeah,
I think Michaela's reached out to me a few times about connecting, and it's just been bad timing, mainly on my part. But
yeah.
yeah, we'll connect soon, Michaela.
Cool, cool, cool. Where do you want to look at? You want to just do Dallas and surrounding areas, or what you feeling?
Let's do Dallas. Yeah,
That's
let's do.
what I've been doing, so I'm gonna just stick to what I've been doing. Let's do Dallas.
Yeah, show me what you're doing.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Single family actives. Um, I leave this on here just because I like to see what discounts. Because again, like I'm not only looking for creative deals. A lot of times, like I'm just seeing if they're open to it if the cash offer is not there. So I mean, I definitely want to get as low as I can because I know right now in Dallas, if I'm getting about 65% of ARV and then I work to get that last 5%, I can
Mhm.
probably make a deal work with like a cash buyer.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to just keep that open still. So I got about 65%. Oh yeah, this is kind of this already saved in there. So I'm doing things up below 750,000. Why? Honestly, don't have a reason. I wish I can make up one. I can just say like I really would go like 450 and below just because that's a good median, a
Yeah.
little bit below the median as far as like what people are doing as far as the. So I actually might do that. Let's do that. I'm actually gonna do 450. I read somewhere that Dallas, Texas, actually specifically is one of the hottest markets to still invest in right now in 2023. So, I think that this price right here is a good median point
Mhm.
to kind of go based off of. I think the reason I went higher is because I wasn't getting as many results. So,
Yeah.
I think that was the reason why. Typically, I'm looking for 1,300 square foot and higher, just like other cash buyers are probably looking for 3x2s, preferably. I mean, I can do 2x2s, honestly. Actually, I'll switch that too because I'll change that. Preferably no HOAs, just because if I try to do something more creative, I don't want them or anything like short term or midterm rentals. I don't want any restrictions.
Mhm.
And I don't like paying HOA fees too. 1975 and newer. So if you guys are watching this is my buy box right here. So this is what I'm looking for. So make sure you guys take note whenever you send me
Take a
this.
screenshot, guys.
Take a screenshot. 1975 and newer, and then below 2021. Um, just because I don't want any new builds, I don't want to deal with new builds. I don't.
Yeah.
They're not particular. Well, nowadays, honestly, a lot of new build construction guys are actually doing financing on their homes because they know the homes are sitting on the market for a while.
Mm.
So some of those guys are doing it. So if you meet the right person, you can do that with. I don't think they're gonna list on the market like that. So I'd rather do. This is just for somebody that bought it like last year and then trying to sell it again, type thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You do the Kevin Cho list at all, where it's
I haven't. I think I talked about that yesterday actually about the prop stream, low equity, a VA loan kind of thing, stacking the list. I think
Mhm.
it's great. I think it's honestly, a great list to pull and call from. It's just they need a sub too. Like that's the only thing that can really help them in this situation. So I think honestly, I would do like a week of calls, just calling that list and kind of showing how that process would go. I think
Yeah.
that'd be good. And plus, you get like a 7 days free of prop stream. I never used it before, so I still have my I still got my 7 days to use. So I might take a week just to do that. Honestly, I think it's a great list to call.
Yeah, I
Uh,
do too. I was hitting that up a little bit. I thought it was a pretty good list.
how was it?
It was good. I definitely had some leads. I think when that list first came out, and for those of you that don't know, it's the Kevin Cho list. Kevin Cho is in the Sub Two community, and the type of list that it is it's houses listed on the market, who they bought it with a VA loan or FHA loan within what is it the past year maybe,
Yeah,
and they're looking to sell again. So they bought it recently with a low interest or a low down payment or entry fee type loan, and then they're trying to sell it within the same year too. So there's very little equity. That's what makes that list attractive to like a creative kind of investor.
yeah, absolutely, and it makes sense honestly. So I mean, and I'm sure a lot of people made money from that list already. Because it just makes sense to me. But then again, it's not me that I have to be convinced. It's the agents and the sellers.
Yeah.
So it depends on what kind of mouthpiece you got when you're talking to
That
them.
was the challenging part. I definitely had people that were interested.
Hmm.
Yeah, I, me personally, I think I don't know if it was the mindset of the realtor or if the sellers just wanted cash or whatnot. I could never break my way into actually presenting a substitute to an actual seller. There was
Yeah.
times where we got pretty close, but at the end of the day, they would usually call me back and just say, "Hey, I mean, they're just looking for cash." Usually it's just like, yeah, they got relocated for work,
Yeah.
or you get the occasional, it's the divorce situation, and they're just
Hmm.
trying to split up. But yeah,
Yeah, they're trying to get cash out. I actually had a seller or agent that just emailed me that this morning that they're just looking to cash out, but
Mhm.
they'll keep that offer on the table. So I was like, if anything, like I just like being a good backup offer for you guys.
Exactly.
So that's honestly what that's what I like doing.
Yeah.
Do you do anything with keywords here?
To be honest, dude, we were using Privy for a little bit, but I don't have Privy anymore.
Okay.
As far as keywords though, yeah, motivated, seller,
I
investor.
want to test this out. I don't do this often.
Mhm.
Should I do motivated seller? I guess. What other kind of I would just say motivated, just the way I don't like take out the because if it's motivated, they'll probably put motivated seller too. But I never really tried this out, but I'm gonna try it out now. See how many. I think it's because I don't get a lot of results.
That's probably
Yeah,
why.
see, I don't get a lot, and I feel like if I change that, I might change, it might fixes it.
Sub two students and Astro students would be on that second
Yeah.
they get it listed.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing that changes. It's like if I take out motivated, then there's something. And see, there's only 35, which is not bad, but I prefer like somewhere in the hundreds of active. But I mean, I'm open to starting here, honestly.
Let's do it.
Want to start here? Okay, so what we'll do is we can honestly just go back and forth with the calls. Like I'll pull up the listing, and we'll just have a conversation. So what I thought it was the carpet. I was like, whoa. Uh, so what I usually do is I honestly would just look through the pictures. I sometimes don't even read the description or the proper remarks a lot.
Hmm.
Um, Home is now vacant. Easton just showed. Ooh, that's good. So they're just sitting there not making money for 2 months now. They're paying 2 months of mortgage.
Yeah.
But yeah, also I'll probably just look through the pages or look through the pictures while I'm calling, and I'll just hop on the call with them. So, do you want to pop it off, or you want me to go and pop it off, and then we can just go back and forth?
It's your show, bro. Why don't you pop it off?
I already knew that's what you can say. All right, let's go ahead and let's call Angela. Angela. So I've had a I don't know if it's me or if it's the time of the day that I'm calling. It was like the second day I did my live. I went through 12 agents, no calls, no pickups.
You're kidding.
12. 12. I was like, bro, I must like, I don't know what was going on. It was like on a Wednesday.
Oh my god.
And 12 agents, no calls. And I almost just stopped the live. But it was kind of funny. Like, so like I was saying, there was people here, so it was kind of funny, like going through all those calls. Let's call Angela. All right, cool. What's the property name? Brush Creek. All right.
Hello, this is Angela.
Hey, Angela, this is Damien. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I cannot complain at all. So I was looking at your listing you had on Brush Creek.
Uh-huh.
What's kind of going on with it? It looks like a beautiful home.
Yes, it is. It's a very nice home. We just got our first offer. The tenants just moved out last week, so it's easier to show.
Got you. So tenants were in there. That's why it was kind of getting a little tough.
Yeah, yeah. Who are you with?
I'm with EXP, so I am an agent, but I'm calling as an investor.
You're calling what?
I'm calling as an investor, but I am licensed as an agent.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. I think the offer we just got was from an investor as well.
Okay.
We are on our way back from skiing in New Mexico. So I looked at the offer, but I haven't presented it to the seller.
Wait,
yet.
they have snow in New Mexico?
What's that?
They have snow in New Mexico?
Yeah. There's different ski resorts in New Mexico.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to take you up on that. But okay. That was just news to me. That shocks me. But okay. What you say you hadn't even seen the offer yet?
No, I just got the offer like an hour ago. I'm
Oh,
going to call the owners here shortly to present it to them. But have you looked at the house?
I only looked at it through MLS right now, so I'm just seeing
Oh,
pictures. I
okay.
have not physically seen it. I was just like, let me give her a call because I know it's been sitting there for a little bit, and I didn't know if there
Uh-huh.
was something going on with the sellers or what was kind of the holdup.
Yeah, it's vacant now. They're motivated, but they're also they're not. If they can't sell it for what they want, then they may just rent it again. So
Uh
it's
huh.
kind of we're just going to kind of see. But we will counter the offer we just got. I do know that for sure.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome. I was wondering what kind of stopped them from still renting it with the tenant. Did they had a bad experience or?
No, they're just anyway. They just didn't want to be landlords anymore. But
Gotcha.
then if it doesn't, and plus they weren't really getting market value. The tenants needed to go, so we're just waiting to see if it's going to be a rental again or if they'll get an offer that works for them.
Okay. Well, what I
All
can
right.
do is I can send a good offer for you. And
Okay.
what the problem with me is, obviously the rates are going up kind of high, so it's kind of causing us to kind of lowball a lot of sellers right now. Just because
Yeah,
we're trying to.
we don't need a lowball offer. We have a cash offer in hand. So
Okay.
if you're
And
gonna
so
lowball, that's not gonna work.
yeah, no, absolutely. And then the thing is, I'd rather not lowball you. So that's what I'm trying.
Okay.
I'd rather give you a asking price.
Okay.
And so, if I'm giving you asking price, and this may just be a good follow up to see if we'll be a good backup offer for you guys. And so, if we give you asking price and give you that, I'm looking to see if they're willing to get things creative on how they get that 360.
Wait, say that last part again. If you gave asking price, what?
Yeah, if we give you the asking price, I was wanting to know how creative can we get to to getting them their whole 360.
Well, you tell me.
Well, no, I'm open to it.
What?
It really depends on the seller at that point. So I'm willing to give them the 360. It's just I would have to give them some now and then some later.
Give them some now and some later.
Yeah, and I can give
Okay.
them their whole 360.
How would that? So you mean like a seller financing?
Seller financing, depending on if they own it outright or if they still have a mortgage on it and stuff like that. But yeah, still make sure we pay you in the commission will come from my side, your commission.
Okay. Let me give you a call tomorrow after we go over this offer, and
Yeah.
once I'm back in town, and we can talk about it a little further. Does that sound good?
No, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Great. And tell me your first name again.
My first name is Damien, Dameon. Wants to buy your house.
Okay. Will you just shoot me a quick text with your name so I have it in my thread when I get home? I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Okay. Great. All right. Thank you.
All
Have
right,
a
no
good
problem.
day.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. All right, so that's the first call. Cool.
Great call, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
You got her too.
Yeah.
She just got back from skiing, or she's getting back from skiing.
Yeah, no. Did you know that New Mexico had like snow?
Yes. I haven't been personally, but I hear it's beautiful. I've never done it, but I heard it's beautiful.
Like that's actually kind of crazy to me. I had no clue.
You'd think it wouldn't be though,
I
but
thought it was like desert. I don't know why. I just assumed it was like dry, like Nevada or something. But I don't know. I've never been to New Mexico.
yeah. One of my old coworkers, he went to a place called like Taos over there, and it's supposed to be beautiful. So I've heard of it before, but I'm kind of like you. I was just like, oh, okay, New Mexico, interesting. I thought you go to Colorado for that, but no, I guess.
Right? No, that's the only place I would think of is Colorado and maybe actually just Colorado.
That's it.
That's it. All right, cool. Let's. I can't even see the chat. Is anything? Besides, when I have another window up, I can't see the chat. Is anybody asking questions? Okay. Yeah, you answer the questions for me while I look through this, and then that
Yeah,
helps.
of course.
All right, cool. And then, are you able to click on the comments to pull them up and pull them up on there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you can do that while I keep going through this list, and that way
Okay,
you can
cool.
help out. Awesome. So the next one is right here in GP. That's where I'm from.
GP
All right.
Grand Prairie. You got
Are you where are you originally from?
I'm from Plano originally.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to? Plano East or Plano West?
Plano West.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know Taka? Actually,
Um,
how old are you?
I'm 30.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Don't know why I thought you were younger than me.
No. Are you 32?
No, I'm 28.
Oh, crap.
I assumed you were like 25.
I appreciate that. I'm not getting that a lot these days, so I'll take it. But no, yeah, no, I'm 30. I went to Plano West. I'm up in McKinney now, so I didn't.
Okay.
I'm still right around the corner.
I had no clue about that. That's loaded.
Yeah.
3:30. Oh, I told him 3:30. I was gonna get on a call with his Airbnb as well today, and negotiate that deal because
Bro, let's
I
see
think
it.
that's gonna be a killer deal in Austin. But
Yeah.
I gotta work out the terms with him. Okay, he said, okay, no problem. Um,
Is this a deal like you're currently like negotiating, or what?
yeah. It came to me yesterday night actually. From a really dope wholesaler again in Astro. She brought me the lead yesterday, and I had to kind of run the numbers a little bit to make sure everything was right. But and I even put second eyes on it, so everything looks right in it. And he's just needing to. It's gonna be a creative deal, and he's needing to. He's needing it for personal reasons and business reasons to kind of make up some stuff like that. And so it's like he's trying to sell his property, but it's not selling on the market where it should be. And so
Mm.
he's leaving the furniture in there too. So he's leaving the furniture in there. It's already set as an Airbnb ready to go listing, and he's offering to make connections to manage it too.
Hmm.
So all that in one, I think I'm like I can't beat that. So like as long as I can bring the money up to it, it makes sense. It's a tiny home in Austin, so that's really cool.
It's a creative deal too.
It's a creative deal. Yep.
Dang.
Yeah. So hopefully we can lock that one up, and I already got my funding partner ready to close on it. Cause I kind of gave her the details, and she's ready to. She said, "Let me know when closing is." I'm like, say no more.
Say no more. Oh my
Say no
god.
more. So hopefully we can lock that one up, and I can show you guys live on that one. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
But here's Ken's number. I'm going to give him a call. I don't know if you already have his number in your.
I got it put in. So
Okay, cool. Here's the property.
what's his name?
His name is Ken Lowry. Law. I don't know.
Yeah.
Low.
Lowry. All right. Lowrider. I'm gonna call him that.
Looks like a decent property. Let's see. It says we are priced to sell fast. All that jazz.
You've reached Ken Lowe's voicemail center. Your real estate community specialist.
What's the address on this?
Unavailable.
It is Lewis Trail.
And I'll be more than happy to return your call at my earliest convenience. Thank you. Talk soon. The mailbox is full. I cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Man, this dude's getting too many calls. That's what it is. This house is too good.
It looks decent though. Yard cut.
It doesn't good.
Piano.
Yeah.
The piano.
How many days on market are we doing for these?
60.
60?
60. I was thinking actually about doing more actually.
Yeah, I do 90, but I'm cool with whatever you want to do.
I'm open to doing 90. I'll do 80. I'll change it to 80 after this one.
Split the difference.
Yeah, I'll do 80. Don't know why I'm choosing 80, but I probably could do 90.
Hey, we'll probably get a deal out of it just because no one else is doing 80.
I think the reason I did like 60 is because those are people like it's hitting the hardest. Like they put their market during like the winter time. And so it's like, what do they expect to happen or stuff like that. So 90 I think is good too though. I think that's like the peak of winter time, like November.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing when usually it's like I'll call the realtor and they're just like, yeah, we just got caught in the kind of downturn, if you will. We listed it right, but
But a lot of times, like those people that like did like 60, like they already knew what it was.
Exactly. There's no excuse at that point.
There's no excuse. Like they already knew.
Yeah, usually.
Oh, yeah, you got the next one. I'm sorry. Camilla. Oh, that's an open door one.
My girlfriend and I tried submitting a few open door offers because we're like, maybe they'll, for the ones that were listed like 180 days, we're like, maybe they just want to get rid of it.
Nah, they don't. I mean, maybe.
We sent an offer. I don't know what the exact numbers were, but if the offer we sent in was like, let's say 300, they countered us at 295. Or I'm sorry, if we sent in an offer at 300 and their list price, let's say, was like 400, they came back at like 395. Damn. I really don't want to sell this thing
at all.
Okay. Andrea. How do you say the last name? Shavaria?
Man, I'd be telling people on the phone, I'd be like, I don't want to, like, if it's something like that was their first name, I was like, I don't want to pronounce your name. Like, I just want everybody to tell me, and they just laugh and just say what it is, or you can call me this. Like, I don't even try to embarrass myself.
I mean, yeah, for real.
I can barely pronounce people's regular name.
All right, cool. I got their number.
All right. See what the property looking like too. Oh, looks better on the inside than the out. But these pictures. Why did she take a picture with the light off? like dim lighting. Maybe that's the only light in the room. Oh, that is the only light in the room.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It looks like they tried to like remodel it. Like that one's missing a baseboard behind the toilet. Like,
oh yeah, see, like that's stuff that you would notice. I really skid by it. Didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
That means you're a fix and flipper when you notice like little small things.
I've been in it for. I was a new home construction builder for 7 years. So
you see that right there too?
Oh, bro, this kind of stuff. It's like I'm like OCD about it.
And then this is like, well, I don't know that's supposed to be sideways, but I don't like sideways things.
Yeah, this one's a tear down actually. Like, go ahead and tear this one down.
Yeah. Did you have to try to call her?
No, I was trying to write down the address.
Oh, okay, got you.
Okay. Andrea.
Like, how much do those little things even cost? Like the little covers, like at Home Depot.
$2.
Yeah, like they could buy one just to put on there. You see the price drop too.
Yeah, they're missing a microwave too. But yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I was like, what kind of speakerphone do you have? Just
116.
It sounds like a home phone.
Is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages.
No.
Goodbye.
You gotta do the double call.
Oh my god, bro.
I usually just leave a text and they text me back and then they call me back or something.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll double call.
Hello?
Hey, Andrea?
Yes?
Hey, my name is Justin Minikes. I'm with Home Court Acquisitions. I was giving you a call. I saw this listing you had over on, is it Tapperwick? I might be pronouncing that wrong.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I just wanted to give you a call about that and see if that one was still available.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, I just wanted to get a few more details on it. Can you kind of catch me up to speed of what's going on over there?
Where are you calling me from?
Like, where am I at?
Yeah, are you a realtor?
Oh no, I'm a buyer. I'm an investor.
Oh, are you an investor? Okay.
Yeah, you don't sound excited about that though.
Okay. I don't know what do you want to know?
Can you just tell me what's been going on with the property? I see it's been listed here for a few days, but it looks like a beautiful property. I'm just wondering why it's sitting.
Well, what can I tell you? It had been shown. Well, people saw it, but there's no offer yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we can get an offer soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the property is not bad, but maybe it needs a little bit of, I don't know, upgrades in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why, or I don't know. And also the market is a little bit slow right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because in, I don't know, 6 months ago, it will be sold in 3 days. But
yeah,
nowadays, the market is different. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely changed. It's harder for us too because it's for us to go out and get a loan, it's it's hard to make the numbers work at that point. So everyone's kind of feeling it. So was this like a flip property because it looks kind of upgraded already?
No, it's not flipping. The family lives there.
It's another investor?
No, it's a family who lives there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. I didn't see if they had any furniture. It didn't look like it was, I don't know if it was vacant or not.
No, they removed their stuff.
Oh, gotcha. So they already had another place that they could go to.
Sorry?
They already moved into another property?
No, they aren't living there.
Gotcha. Okay.
They just sleep there. So they have little stuff, not too much.
Okay, gotcha. What do you think the biggest challenge has been so far with selling the property?
Maybe people don't like it. Yeah, maybe the area.
Oh, it's the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about the area is not good? I'm not too familiar with that area.
No, this is like a regular area. It's not like, oh wow, wonderful, but it's not the worst.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, the reason for my call too is we're looking to pick up some rental properties. So we are buying properties and we are paying, pretty much at list price. Is that something that your sellers might be open to if we were to do? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. So the way.
So that if it's for a rental, it's a good property because it's livable. And also it has a mother-in-law suite in the back, like in the garage. So it's a good property. But sometimes people, I don't know, there's not too many pre-approval people right now.
What
we are waiting maybe after the January 15th or 19th when IRS opens and people start doing their taxes. It may change. But
Gotcha. What are they going to do if the property doesn't sell?
I don't know. They're going to wait till someone comes with an offer.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, like I said, I mean, we're buying properties right now because of the interest rates. Like I was saying, it's a little bit hard for us to make numbers work if we're going to go out and either get some financing on it. So the way we bought a few properties recently is through owner finance, where we could actually give your sellers a down payment. We pay full list price typically. And then on your commission too, we actually will pay half of that. We're not represented, so there's no buyer's agents commission. So do you think your seller would be open to something like that?
I don't know, because they want the whole money.
Oh, they want the whole money.
Yeah, and you are not the first one who called me about that kind of programs or options. So I don't think that is going to work. Only if you are an investor who is willing to pay cash, that maybe we can talk.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. So what's the best on the cash? Like what's the number that gets this thing done?
I don't know. Maybe you can run your numbers and let me know.
Is there any flexibility? Do your sellers have any flexibility?
Yeah, maybe, but not too much.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
those crazy offers, you know.
Yeah. What kind? Have you gotten some crazy offers?
No, I mean, because some investors, hey, let's say, I don't know, 200,000. No, because if they're gonna drop the price like that, they're gonna drop the price in the market. Then we will see more activity. So it's not gonna happen that way.
Yeah, gotcha.
Maybe 10K or something like that, but no like crazy ones.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, let me see. How would I fill out a sub-2 purchase and sale agreement? Diego, I don't know if you're in the sub-2 community or not. I would recommend getting with a sub-2 student though, as we have purchase and sale agreements that we can help you out with. Oh, dang, you closed a broker? Diego's closing deals. You just closed a broker.
No, it's good from I didn't catch the ending of that call. How was the ending of it? I think I heard up to the part where they were just looking for cash. Basically, that's how it kind of ended.
Yeah, that's all they were looking for. I tried digging in and seeing what the deal was with the seller, but yeah, I couldn't get much. So I probably would have a few things in my conversation, but
no, that was, I mean, it's honestly a good call as far as building rapport and kind of honestly hitting all the notes that you need to know as far as information on one call.
Yeah.
From like the kind of where they're at, what they need to move into, and motivation kind of level as well. I mean, they've been there for 62 days. They dropped it last month, like 20 grand. So
yeah,
I mean, that's a big motivational drop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like they just may need a follow up because I also heard that they heard of the creative things before, but they didn't take it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is. All right.
Diego.
I was say something in the chat.
Yeah. So Diego was asking, how would I fill out a sub-2 purchase and sale agreement? And he's in sub-2.
Yeah, he is. So be transparent. I don't even fill them out. I don't. Do you fill those out?
I haven't done one yet, but on all creative deals I'm doing, I'm getting a transaction coordinator. I'm not even trying to mess with it.
Yeah, I'm not even like I'm trying to get an in-house transaction coordinator that likes doing that.
Yeah.
I don't deal with it. Not to say I don't know how to. I do, but it's the fact of all the paperwork you would need to kind of make sure to fill it out and stuff like that. I don't even mess with it because it's very time consuming.
Yeah.
Like that hour and a half that would take me to actually make sure I have all the information to put it in, I can be doing that on an hour worth of calls or hour worth of something else where I can have someone else do that and kind of fulfill that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm assuming you're meaning for you're doing that because you did want to pay the transaction coordinator. Two things. I think they're worth the money they're owed just because it is a strenuous time and they have probably a lot of investors asking them to do their work, and also that a lot of them are self-performing, and so they're not only just filling out paperwork, they're also making sure that everything goes clear because what FHA is self-performing, so you're not going to have to go to a title company, so you have to make sure everything is to the T correct, or else the deal can fall apart. So they're also making sure the title company is staying on their job if it's not a VA loan, if they're they're basically on your behalf. They're talking to the title company, make sure they're doing their job, make sure everything's in order, stuff like that.
Diego, I do have a good TC though that knows creative. Her name is Ashley Mason.
Oh yeah, I feel like we all use Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I use Ashley.
Do you use Ashley too?
Yeah, I use Ashley.
Oh my God, she's amazing. I would reach out to her, bro. Like she's
pretty affordable.
She's gotten on. So I've almost done a few creative deals where I've actually needed her on the call to get something done, and just go through the process with the sellers. So man, she'll charge for that. Sometimes I don't know what her fees are and whatnot, but I would definitely reach out to her, man. She's awesome.
Yeah, no, Ashley's dope. I'll text you her info because I have her. I have Ashley on speed dial. Let me make sure I do that real quick. You want to answer that for me?
All right, let's see. How would you explain to a realtor to take a listing off market because it's an FHA loan, so it will have to be self-performed? Diego, is that the one that you have under contract, or what is that in reference to?
Yeah, that's the one he's getting under contract. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure it's the same one that we've been talking about. The one in Fort Worth. I think that's the one he's talking about. Because yeah, is that right? Yeah, listing. This is FHA loan. Pretty sure that's the one we've been talking about. Yeah, you just communicate with the agent. So once you have it under contract, this is the one I'm working. Okay, yeah. Once you have it under contract, you can tell them to switch it to pending. I mean, you can do it that way. They're not actually going to take it off because if they take it off and then say that you don't follow through with the deal, then they're going to have to redo the whole process of putting it back on. I'm pretty sure that they don't want to do that unless it actually closes. And probably their broker might have a problem with them doing that unless the contract's broken between them or canceled between them. I mean, the seller and the agent. Once that contract's broken, then they can take it off and do it that way. It's making it hard to get cold hands with that. I'm sure I'm reading that wrong.
It's making me get cold hands.
Do you get what that means?
Oh, he's just saying it's like he's getting kind of stuck on that part of it.
Okay, got you. Yeah. So I mean, a TC would be great with that. I will contact a TC. I just texted you Ashley's number. She's great. She has a whole team behind her now, so she can get things going as soon as possible. And just tell her I sent you. So
And me too.
and Justin too. I need to text her, but yeah, that's a good question. So
yeah, good job, Diego.
Let me so mind you, Diego actually got that lead at the Saturday event. Live right then and there. It took like a few minutes. Called the agent and pitched to him like what's the options and got them interested. The agent went back and called the seller within minutes to hop on a three-way to kind of go through the whole process and did it right then and there. So
dang.
Yeah.
Great job, Diego. That's awesome. Damien was telling me.
And then, so actually, it came from. It's funny, everybody's popping up. So Andres was actually, it was his dead lead, and Diego called it, and ended up turning into a creative deal. So it's funny how that worked out. So my man is in here too, and now he's trying to do a deal or the four. Did you actually send me? Because I may have missed it. Andres, did you send me that forward information already? Or how far did we get into that? You can text me or you can message me on here about that. We may get to that as well. My issue is working on the broker would cause a fuss because it won't have a HUD due to its being self-performing. The broker, if the broker would, I mean so what I do with agents, and I'm not saying that this is like the right way to do. And so I want to be careful how I say it. Typically, what some agents do, and sometimes I advise them to do is say, hey, you go to your broker and say, hey, look, I had this listing for X amount of months and hasn't got any attraction, hasn't done anything, and now the seller's getting mad with me because they're not getting the listing price they need. What do you think I should do? And I kind of put it in the broker's court, like, what do you think I should do? And they're probably gonna say, I don't know. Or they're gonna tell you like, hey, just keep it going, see what you can do, negotiate with them. And if you tell them like, look, the seller doesn't want to go down the price, and it's looking bad on us, looking bad on me, making it seem like I'm not a good agent that can sell a property, and they're not willing to hit me on the price. And so at that point, I mean, you can just tell the agent like, look, I'd rather break it with them so we can kind of get a better price and kind of go that way with it, and just put that in their court, because I don't think you should. I don't think the agent should be responsible if if the listing's been there for so long and they are trying to work with the sellers to kind of get a lower price. So the reason why I say broker is because it will be a commission involved, and so agents don't only have to get paid off commission. In fact, the contract, you can say agent will not receive commission; they will receive a flat fee of blah blah blah, or a referral fee of blah blah blah, or a marketing fee of blah blah blah. Any of those kind of things, like without saying the word commission, because commission means you have to break it off with your broker. But you can say it's not going to be a commission and give them like one agent got a referral fee. It's just the name is referral fee, but the amount doesn't change. So yeah, the referral fee said it was free and clear, so I wrote an LI, but then texted me saying it has a mortgage. I asked for the balance and the rate, but he didn't reply. I called him twice today, but no response. Okay, Privy doesn't show any existing mortgage. Privy's a hit and miss with the existing mortgages. Um, Privy's a hit and miss with it. I wouldn't go based off that. I would look at it to kind of see like where I would be at, but then always ask them updated payoff and stuff like that if they're interested in doing like something creative. I will have to contact that TC. Yeah. Yeah. So I wouldn't go based off what the privy says. I would actually talk to the agent or preferably the seller if they can provide like a most current payoff, um, or if the title can pull a payoff statement, which they can do. I would probably go that route with it. Cool, cool, cool. So let's hop back on. Is it my turn to call?
Your turn. Balls
Okay.
in your court.
I thought I was just on the phone, but that was a different call. Let's see. Cool. Good questions too, guys. Uh, Sicily Drive. Philip. Oh my gosh. Hope no one takes this personal, but I'm just being real. I hate negotiating with Asian and in Eastern, Middle Eastern agents and sellers.
Oh yeah.
It's because, and it's not in a bad way. It's just because they're so good at it.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah.
good at it, and it's like they're very strong on what they think the numbers and stuff should be at,
Yeah.
and it is hard to reason with them a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I personally don't like it. It's very challenging, but why am I gonna tell you? I'm gonna let the phone call tell y'all. I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'm gonna show y'all why I don't prefer to talk. And they're very direct to the point. They don't care how aggressive they are with you or how it sounds. They don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
Like they're like, why are you calling? This and that. Okay, straight to the point.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be
On it.
like they don't want to hear no. I don't want to catch up to speed. I don't want to like. Hey, like
Yeah.
you gotta be direct with these guys. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what. So you're gonna see me probably change the way I talk to this person, based off like the first initial thing. So oh wait, that's not what I was trying to do. Wait, can y'all see the screen or no?
Uh.
Oh yeah, I know you can. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay, cool. But yeah, they are very
You got this,
very.
bro.
So funny story is my very first real estate investing call ever was with the Middle Eastern.
You got the deal, didn't you?
No, no, I got my ass handed to me. Like I didn't know anything about anything. I didn't even know anything, like anything at all. And I got on the phone with this man. Mind you, on top of that, not only was he that, he was an investor on top of that. That was
Oh
I
my
was like,
he's like,
bro, he
please.
gave it to me. Like, oh
Um,
my jeez. And I'm over there just like, I'm never gonna call anybody, but this is terrible. Like, I'm never gonna do this again. This is stupid. Like, who would ever want to do this? Now look at me. Now look at me. Crazy.
there you go. Progress, baby. That's all. That's what it's all.
We never did a deal, but like I still have him on my phone, and I'll call him every now and then just to say
Yeah.
like, hey man, this and that, blah blah blah. He was in Florida, Jacksonville, had a whole bunch of properties over there,
Dang.
and I actually called a sub two student. Didn't know about Astro, didn't know about sub two. Called a sub two student, helped me out a little bit, got my confidence back up with talking to the seller, and I just watched the way he negotiated talking to him. Like because he started off again like yelling, like not yelling, but he has that
That red
strong,
seller. Yeah.
yeah, like he has like that strong, like I'm talking,
Yeah.
talk. And so like he just came very strong to me, and I was like, well, and then with Brandon as a substitute to help me, like he was like, he controlled the conversation. He was like, hey, look, we're here to do business. So if you want to, like, I was like, whoa, like, who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah. So I was like, that's what I want to be when I grow
Yeah.
up. Shout out to Brandon. All right, all right. Let me call. What's his name? Let's see. See, why do I get a difficult name?
Nice house too.
Let me see if he's. A lot of times they're the seller and the agent. They gave brief descriptions. All right, let's see.
Let's
I
do
think
it.
it's Duck or Duke.
Got it, bro.
Appreciate it.
Hi, this is Duke Wynn with All Season.
I didn't answer straight to voicemail.
Hi, this is Duke Wynn with.
I didn't answer. I'm gonna leave him a text real quick. Text is gonna go. Hey, Duke. This is Damien. I'm actually gonna say I'm an agent too. I usually don't say that, but I think it just comes with a level of
Credibility.
respect, like with him, and
Yeah.
I feel like they respect that. Like, okay, let me see what he's talking about. I'm an agent with EXP calling about your listing on Sicily Drive. Oops, how do you spell that? Okay. Drive. All right, cool. So I'll text him. If he calls back, then that's cool. If not, on to next. EXP.
Yeah, Diego, TC's charge. They typically want their money up front. I would just get with whoever your TC is though, because they're all going to run their businesses a little bit different. Typically, they got different services. They could write up if you just need them to write up a contract for you. They can do that. If you need them to actually like self-perform on a contract, they can do that. Sometimes they can get on the phone with you and your sellers, walk them through the whole process, and they charge differently for all that stuff. So I would just get with the TC and see how they work.
Let's see. Lacey. And I might do an extended call today because that Austin dude is gonna call me at 7 or 3:30. I might try to tell him to call me at 3, and maybe we can kind of go over that and break that down and how I negotiate that with the seller.
Dude,
That's what I'm hoping to do.
let's do that.
So I'll see if I can do that as well. Lacey. It's bad pictures. Where's the refrigerator go?
Dang, they got a mattress.
This is Lacey Yaka with EXP Realty. Please leave me a message and I'll get.
I don't know why I thought that was her. Let's try it again.
She came in hot on that voice.
Yeah, she came in very hot. I thought she was actually there. Oh man. Like why? Why do they think they're gonna get 330? This one's 285. It's a little smaller, it's newer. Since 290. Smaller, no, these are like neighbors. A little smaller. Anyways, I'm not here to do all that. I usually just call them, and then like if I'm going to do a cash offer, I'll let them know. Then I'll kind of do my comping and everything after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way I can just kind of get as much calls as I can.
Yeah.
Text her too. Hey, Lacey, this is Damien. I was calling about your listing. Oops. Listing on Chestnut Street. Cool. All right.
Let me know if you want me
Two
to go.
down. Christopher Walters. Oh yeah, no, I was definitely gonna at least try to get a call in, but hopefully, do you want to do this one in Louisville? This actually looks like a pretty nice property too.
Yeah, that
Looks clean
one's
inside.
good for me too.
Looks clean. So I feel like this is an investor home. So what are some keys? Actually, I think this would be a good one to ask you. So, but you flip properties, right? In a meeting right now, can I answer anything specific for you? I'll text her later. So because you flipped homes before, right? So whenever like, what are some key indicators to know that whenever you're looking at MLS listing and properties, like how do you know like, oh, this one's a flip property rather than this one's like actually a family lived here? Like, what are some key indicators?
So for me, it's based on the quality of the house is what I look at.
Mhm.
And really, I mean, the factors that you kind of plugged in before to pull up all the properties we have, I'll do something similar to that. So then once I actually have the properties that get pulled up, and in order for me to determine whether it's a good property or not, I'm looking at the condition is obviously number one. Like I want something that is run down, that you can tell the cabinets haven't been painted. It's still the brown cabinets. Countertops are still linoleum. Like just very outdated, where you can go in with a rehab budget with a crew and get the job done. So, I mean, I know it's a broad stroke kind of answer, but
Yeah.
really something that's outdated. I mean, and it all depends on the price you really get it at,
Yeah.
because the more updated it is, the less rehab budget, right? So, you just adjust the numbers and you can make it work.
Yeah. And a lot of times nowadays, like people are getting more into creative, deals, especially with turnkey properties, right? And so when like it's kind of hard to like kind of well, it's honestly impossible if it's a hard money loan with an investor, right?
Yeah.
So to kind of save yourself, I guess beforehand when you're looking at properties, are there some like even if it's turnkey but a family lives there and it just looks really good
Yeah.
compared to like maybe a fix and flipper
Mhm.
that is having like his house on the market? Is there something like in the details of the description you can kind of pay attention to, or is there something that like you can see? Like what I've heard is if it's is the closet is cleaned out or whatever the case is, that means it's probably a fix and flipper.
I use PropStream, so they give you actually an option where you can it's an absentee owner.
Mhm.
So I mean that's an easy way to just make sure that it is actually a rental property, and they're more likely to sell at a discount because they've had a renter in there for so long. That way, I don't need to try to determine, because it's real based on the condition of a property, whether it's an owner occupied. Like if we go through this one, I mean this one to me says rental property all over it.
Yeah.
Like really all they've upgraded is like they did countertops, backsplash, probably the plumbing's new. It looks like they just kind of redid the
What
kitchen,
what made you think the plumbing's new?
or just the trim piece, like the faucet.
Okay, got you. Like that right
That's
here.
oven's original, and then new microwave there. But the cabinets look like they're new too.
Yeah.
So it looks like they've done some updates, but I think
I
that
hate
the two main
updates.
things that I look at, actually, this is what I would do. Look at the kitchen and the master bath. If those two things aren't updated, that's a dead giveaway. I can tell you this one has wallpaper on it. It looks like,
Yeah.
yeah. I
I
mean,
think I think this is actually one of the. I think this might be Duke. Let's see.
hmm.
Hello.
Hey, Damon, this is Duke Wynn. I'm the listing agent on Sicily.
Hey, how you doing, my man? I appreciate the call back.
Absolutely. How can I help you?
Yeah. So I'm actually looking at this. I'm actually an investor. So I'm looking at this one as far as an investment property, but it kind of ticked a lot of my boxes I was interested in.
Okay.
So my only kind of curiosity was kind of what kind of, it looks like a beautiful property to me. So what do you think kind of is had it sitting for a while? Is there anything I need to know about?
Have we got what now?
No, no. I said the only thing that kind of made me curious about it was, it's kind of been sitting there for a while. So is there anything I kind of need to know about it beforehand, or what was kind of going
Oh
on?
no, it's just the market is slow.
Got you.
Nothing wrong with the property. Yeah, it's picture is just like the way it is left. You have the seller to kind of stage it a little bit, with the furniture that they don't need to take with them. So it looks good, and you got all. I don't think you have to do a whole lot if you're an investor.
No, absolutely not. Like honestly, they kept it in absolutely fantastic shape.
Yeah.
And so this obviously gonna be like a rental for me. And so I just need to make sure the numbers work out as far as like cash flow and everything. So okay,
What now?
I said no. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Okay, you said this is for an investor that you have that might be buying to rent it out.
No, no. So I am the investor. I'm an agent and I'm an investor. So I'm the one buying it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just saying that this one's this one I'll probably be making a rental, like in a rental investment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that would be for a good big family.
yeah,
It's 4 bedroom, and the one of the secondary bedroom is pretty big. That one with the Murphy bed, that's pretty big. Yeah, pretty good size.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. So I mean that's looking good. So at the end of the day, like, all I'm looking for is the right cash flow to kind of make it work out for me, right? And even with the market doing the craziness it's doing right now, it's kind of pricing me out right now, to kind of make a competitive offer, just like it is other investors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's the seller feeling right now with the offers they're getting?
Oh, they're low.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm be transparent with you, dude. Like and the only reason I'm doing it low is because of the market. Because the home looks, if I can offer the asking price, I would. That's kind of where I'm at with it because I think it's worth that much.
It is worth. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But shoot me an offer.
Okay. And hey, look. So I think it's like what I can do for you is I can send you two different offers. I can send you my cash offer and just kind of let you know and let the seller know like where I'm at with cash. And then honestly, and I'll send you another offer with the actual asking price. And that one we'll have to work out a little bit more creatively. Make sure we take care of you, get you paid, and then let's figure out a way that we can get the seller all their money, all their asking price money, and figure out the best way to do that if they're open to it.
Yeah, I think the cash deal because they, I mean,
You broke up on me. I'm sorry.
they need the money to pay off on their new home that they just bought in Houston.
Got you. Okay, so they need the money to pay off the new home. Are they using all of it to pay it off, or what do they plan on? How they kind of doing that?
I think they took a loan, so
Got you.
it's probably a pretty big amount. Yeah.
Okay, got you. So what we did actually just last week, we had the same situation where we actually took over the previous seller's payments on their mortgage, and we were able to pay them their equity out. So is that something maybe we can kind of work out that way? That way they were actually able to buy their new property.
I don't know if he's willing to do. These are older couple. I don't know if
Sure.
they're okay with to take the equity, and I don't think they owe a whole lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They lived there for more than 20 years. Yeah.
Got you.
Any money that they still owe the bank is probably some kind of equity that they took to finance the stuff.
Okay. And so look, this is what I'll do. I'll send you both anyways, just to pique their interest. And if anything, I'll just be a good backup offer for you. And then maybe we can talk more about how we can kind of work that out if they're interested.
Have you seen this property yet, Damon?
I have not. I've actually just seen it on my MLS. So I just came across. I was like, let me give you a call.
Okay. Yeah, we just reduced the price like 10,000.
Yeah.
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 And we didn't want to price it over from the beginning. We didn't want to price it over 400 just because we want to be competitive.
Yeah, exactly.
and other houses are selling for more than that.
Yeah, no, I see 2 of them right now. That's like listed and one that's pending right now.
The 10 size type, So, but my seller is very, very reasonable, and so
Okay.
he want to sell his home. Yeah. So yeah, shoot me offers, and I'll see what we can do.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. And let me make sure I get a good email from you. I can just text it to you if you wanted to text it to me whenever I know you're driving right now, right?
No problem.
Yeah. So just whenever you get done, I'll send you my name and then just send me your email and I'll get that over to you.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Thank you. All right, cool.
Dude, great call.
Yeah. I think honestly that's not gonna be bad because that's Garland. That's a good rental area. That zip code.
Yeah.
It's a 4.2. I'm not gonna say that they're gonna get that asking price, but I don't know if they're too far off from where it could be.
As far as the cash deal goes?
Yeah, maybe. Because I feel like maybe I honestly don't know the rental rate because it would have to be like what, like 28.
Yeah, at least. I think it would need to be like 3,500, honestly.
Yeah, for their asking price. So I'm thinking about maybe like because they already said they don't owe that much on their mortgage. So I'm thinking like even if I like do something like 300 or like 280, they might just grab on it just because they just want the equity to pay on their house.
Yeah. It's worth a shot for sure.
Yeah, so I'll definitely underwrite that one and kind of look it over. But
is that right off 75?
What
highway?
George Bush and
it's not.
What one is it though?
Oh,
this is George Bush and I know Firewheel.
State Highway.
Oh, it's 78.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I didn't know the highway.
Dude, he was cool. That realtor was cool.
Yeah, he wasn't bad at all. Bad at all. It was kind of hard to hear him though, but hopefully, could y'all hear him okay?
Yeah, I could hear him fine.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if he was just on my side.
Yeah, it was a little muffled, but you could kind of make out what he was saying.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I guess that counts as my call.
You can offer on it. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What does your offer process look like? Like, do you shoot off like LOIs? Do you just send an email? Like, what does that look like?
I usually, so whenever I am like interested in selling an offer, just because I don't want to always ask the TC to send an offer, I usually just send an LOI or I'll just put something in writing for them because at the end of the day, it's really all they really want.
Yeah.
They don't want to offer to say yes and no to. Yes, they do, but at the same time, they just want something they can read that's on paper that somebody's like offering to them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I do LOIs. Like him, I want to show him an LOI what the cash will be, and then the understanding of what a creative option would be. Because I feel like either way it could really happen, especially with them having low equity. Like you mentioned before, having like a mortgage method, something like that. I think that may be something they'd be open to doing. Give me 15 minutes and I'll be able to call you back. Oh, that was somebody else. That was Lacey. So do you want to call Chris and then whenever Lacey ends up calling me back, you can do that.
Let's do it.
Christopher
Waters.
And also buddying up when you're doing calls is really dope because the thing is you can be like two in one type thing. Like they can hear something from me and then him call the same person just to kind of get some more information based off what he already heard from me. And so I think that's something that you can really utilize whenever you have more than one person doing calls.
100%. Can you? Oh yeah, there you go. Okay.
There we go. Do you need the number still?
Yes, I do.
All right.
512. Isn't that Austin area?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of Austin people actually. A lot of Austin people.
I'm trying to move to Austin.
Really? We can move in the tiny home I'll buy.
I want to buy your creative.
Be $3,000 a month for a tiny home.
Okay, I got his number. I came up from Austin this past weekend. One of my best friends lives down there. It's, oh my God, it's so beautiful.
It's all the hype it's supposed to be.
Dude. Okay, here we go.
Still wondering what this brown thing is in the middle of the room. Like, is this in the middle of the room? Or is this like against the wall?
It looks like a built-in.
Oh, it's definitely a mirror because that's reflection of this.
Yeah, that's a mirror. That's
So yeah,
uh,
yeah. I don't know.
I guess. Well, that's probably the dining room, but that's weird because it's like you gotta. It looks like
The
a
dining room's over here. It's like I was saying before. Like I hate this light. That was like well that one too. But this light, where is it at? This one. Because I used to hit my head on these kind of lights, and they'd be so low.
All right, let's see what's up with this one, Chris.
You reached the voicemail of Chris Waters. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks. Bye.
I'm gonna do a double call real quick.
Butterflies.
You've reached the voicemail of Chris Waters. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Chris, my name is Justin Minikes with Home Court Acquisitions. Just giving you a call over at 1428 Creekview Drive. We're looking for rental properties over in that area. This one looked like it might fit our buy box over there. So just wanted to get a little bit more details about that. If you don't mind giving me a call back, that would be great. My number is 214-862-8161. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, Chris.
Cool. And that's the first time that they've heard like a voicemail because I don't leave voicemails. So that was a clear and concise voicemail that got all of basically all of what you kind of need.
Yeah.
All the information you need. So that's really good. I can say you practice it.
Well, it's easy when most of the time you get voicemails. So.
Right. One thing I did notice about this one is that they never lowered the price throughout the whole time of them having this on the listing.
Yeah.
They never lowered it, so it's a few red flags there. One doesn't mean they're not really motivated.
Yeah.
Two, they probably are fix and flipper that need to sell it at that price to make up for their well, a lot of fix and flippers actually lowering their price like steadily just to be whatever it is, but some of them don't want to move it because that's the price they need to have it at.
How many days on market is this one?
66. So 66 days on that one.
Yeah, because I mean, and because if they have hard money on it, it's like your profits are getting eaten into every day. It's not selling. So
I'm gonna say these two different refrigerators. It is.
What?
I don't know what's going on there.
There's like a plate of food on one of them too.
Bro, these are this is taking back. This is the most recent one apparently because this is November.
Let's call them and be like, hey, that those eggs and bacon look good in the picture in the kitchen.
No, like for real, the thing is, come on now, like.
If I would have called that earlier this morning, I would have been so hungry if I saw that picture.
I every single time I've only eaten one time before this live, and I do it every single time to myself. I don't know why, but I forget to eat before I do this live, and it's like 3 hours of me just.
And then there's pictures like that on there with
Honestly, that didn't look too good. I don't know what was going on there. Like it looked like one of those refrigerated frozen sausages.
Oh my god!
And eggs. Let me see. You want me to do this one? Or you wanna hop on this one?
I'll do one more.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're the guest. I'm letting you have your runs.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you trying to get some deals over here. All right, Jane.
Okay, go back to the property. See if I can move this call ahead.
Did you show the number on the last page?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
214-239-1889. Okay, got it.
All right, better.
And what's the address on it?
It is Emberwood.
Cool.
Just dropped 15,000 last month.
Cool. It's in Garland.
Seems pretty motivated.
Okay.
Hi, thank you for calling Halo Group Realty. For information on the listing, press 1. For accounting, press 2. For compliance, please hold while we connect your call to listing information.
I don't like that.
See if we can get Jane on. If not, I'm just gonna.
Halo Group Realty, this is Alicia.
Hey, Alicia. My name is Justin Minikes. I'm calling about a listing on Emberwood. It's 2921 Emberwood, and I was trying to reach Jane.
Okay, I can get you your cell phone number. She's not in the office right now.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I'm ready when you are.
That is 972 978 5286.
972-978. What was the last four? I missed that one.
5286.
86. Okay, got it. Alrighty, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. I have like this whiteboard that goes on my desk, and like all my markers are out right now. I'm like a little difficult to take notes, but we're gonna get through it.
Hi, you have reached the voicemail of Jane Averett with Halo Group Realty. Sorry I missed your call, but if you'll leave me a brief message with your name and phone number, I will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Jane, this is Justin. I was just giving you a call about a property over on Emberwood Drive in Garland. Wanted to get with you on that as we're looking to purchase some properties over in that area. And just want to get a few more details on it. If you could give me a call back at 214-862-8161, that'd be great. Thanks, Jane.
Cool. Let me see. I think Lacey might be calling me back in 1 second. So I am going to. This is also that's open door. Both of those are open door. Let's see. I think she just texted me. I am. She asked if I was a realtor.
You're like, yes, and
yeah. And like I don't even like mentioning to people that. I mean, not like I'm embarrassed about it or anything, I guess. But I don't like mentioning that I'm an agent just because when I'm on live, like a lot of people aren't agents, and so I want to be more relatable to them.
Yeah.
And so I want to just call myself an investor, but I also have to if they ask, I have to tell them that I am an agent as well. So usually I may bring it up every now and then when I feel like their guard's getting up.
Yeah.
And I may just mention I'm an agent, and then that usually lowers their guard. So I may mention it just to do that. But here she go. Otherwise, I don't really mention it. Hello.
Hey, this is Lacey.
Hey, Lacey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. So I was calling. I had to go back on the property. It was on Chestnut, correct?
Yeah, 225.
Yeah. So what's kind of going on with it? I just know it's been there for a little bit. So I am an agent, but I'm mainly an investor. So
Okay. She doesn't want to drop the price. That's why it's sitting there.
Okay, cool. And she just kind of stuck in, and she did how long? What does she do if it doesn't sell?
She's not in any hurry.
Okay, cool. No worries. So I mean, honestly, the only thing that I'm really, and this may just be a backup offer as the time comes to it. If she wants that asking price, I mean, I'm open to doing that. Just has to be more creatively on how I'm getting that. And if she's open to that, she is. And if she's not, then I may not be the right fit for her.
Right.
Okay. So is
I
that
got you.
yeah? Is that something that she may be open to, or
I think she would actually take it off the market and hold it before she would
absolutely?
do anything else.
Yeah, totally understand. Okay, and that's just the situation then. So I mean, if anything, that'll be good. I mean, is there anything else I can take a look at that you have listed or you have still in your pocket right now?
I will probably have one in Windmill Farms on the north side of town within the next couple of weeks.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna just keep you in contact and follow up with you. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Cool. In and out. Yeah, I was not trying to. I was not trying to. She was like, obviously, her answers were short,
Yeah.
and I was gonna keep it short with her. Like, she wanted to know what it was and what it was about. So yeah, keep it short with her, and I'll probably follow up with her. I don't even know north side of what Wiley. I just was curious if she had another property. I didn't even really care what was that.
Yeah. You could, she was very straight to the point. She didn't want any BS. So I wouldn't have done the, can you tell me about the property on that one? Because that would have.
Yeah, because I mean, I wanted to provide some kind of value, and if she didn't have anything, then it was no point in me even following up. But
Yeah.
if she had something, then it was worth me just doing a follow up call. But otherwise, I would have just left her and just kept going on to the next one. So I'm glad she did say she did have something else coming up in a week. That does mean something. So I will follow up with her next week to see, hey, how this is Damien going off their property, blah 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 blah. So I'll definitely stay in touch with her.
That's so key too to ask that. I forget that sometimes where you're so focused on one property that you forget that like my girlfriend, for instance, she might be working on her sphere and they might be selling within the next few months, and she might have 5 or 6 people that are like, hey, we're getting ready to sell in a few months. Like you could have a pocket listing potentially come your way. So those are always valuable questions at the end of the conversation.
No, absolutely. And sometimes I mention it and sometimes I don't. Reason being is because I know I'm having another conversation with that agent. So it's another time to ask that. And then sometimes it's just like, I may like if it's like no value in like anything that we're talking about, I may just say, hey, look, if anything, maybe it's another deal we can talk about. And we can do that way. Um, Oh, so I may. Oh well, she's gonna find out. So I may have that eight, or may have that call with that Austin guy at 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll find out about that as well. Let me make sure I get her number down. But this is the next property. Scott, I'm gonna take this one while I jot down this information from this lady.
Yeah.
I can see what the chat's doing. What's the chat looking like?
Let's see. Diego had a question. I didn't see this. Damien, what exactly did you show the lender that cleared DTI from the seller's name on the recent deal? The servicing statement?
No, so what I showed, well, I didn't even show them anything actually. I had the agent show both of those on both of those deals. So we're closing one tomorrow actually, and then the one that he's referring to, both of those guys just showed them the contract that we had filled out, and they just took it off, and they were like, okay, you're good to go on it. I'm not sure that happens every time, but it's happened 2 times in a row. So I'm just hoping it keeps going happening that way. But yeah, both times they just showed them the purchase and sale agreement that we had with the seller, and they're like, okay, well if they close on this property, so they did make sure that we had to close first on this one. They both of them were double closes, so we had to close first on this one. Then we also have to, and then they were gonna fund the other one. So they weren't gonna release the funds until we actually closed. So that's on both of them.
I didn't know you closed a deal recently, or you're closing one in a few days.
Yeah. So we closed one. That one was on the 19th of December, and then we're closing one tomorrow.
Oh, dude, congrats!
Thanks, I appreciate it, man. And then we're actually having a double one. It's one closing tomorrow, and then another one closing on the 14th, and then we're hopefully getting a buyer in there on the 14th. So it's like a triple closing actually.
Holy crap!
Well, 14th, no 13th, Friday. Yeah.
So you found the buyer before you actually closed on the purchase side of things?
No. So the one that we closed on the 16th, we closed that one, and then that's the one we found a buyer for on the 13th now. So we got a buyer for the first one on the 13th, and then we're buying a new one on tomorrow. And actually, I'm pretty sure we actually did find the buyer that they're gonna close on the 28th of this month. And then we have a wholesale deal that we're closing on this Friday as well.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah. So
Congrats.
I mean, we got the things moving. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That one actually had Diego help me marketing and everything, and I've been showing. We were on the live where I was calling agents and asking them if they had any buyers that were interested in it. I got a lot of good feedback from there. We were on the live calling loan officers, asking them about telling them that the people that are disqualified, if they send me that list and kind of work that way and say they could still be homeowners and just finance through us instead. We did it that way as well, so we got a good feedback from there. But yeah, it's been really good, especially agents. Agents have been really good, and also like Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, awesome, man. That's great. Was one of those the one in Colorado too?
No, so the one in Colorado we're still working on. That one's gonna probably close February 1st right now. Uh, I wanted to make that one a midterm rental, right? Which is great because midterm rentals are crazy out there. But it may just be a good opportunity for a wrap simply because there's like four different liens on there, man. And so they have the mortgage lien, they have a second position lien, they have a HUD lien, and they have like no. Yeah, no, they have a HUD lien, and then they have like that agent that went around like locking people up for like 40-year memorandums or whatever. Yeah, so they have that on there for $15,000. So it's like, bro, like no private money lender is gonna lend on this and being in like fifth position or fourth position. And so even though like it would make sense, like, but it's like $85,000 I'm about to ask for, and them to be like put in fourth position, like it's just not gonna make sense for them. So I was like, I might just make it a wrap and just do it that way. And the agent actually reached out to me, said, yeah, it's a good opportunity for a wrap. I was like, okay, man, just send me the mortgage statement and maybe I'll go over that as well once. That was today, so hopefully they send me the mortgage statements, and so I'll probably just wrap that one as well. But we'll see.
That's awesome, bro. That's cool that the agent was like, yeah, you could probably wrap this too.
Yeah, and the thing is, I had to educate her, but she knew nothing. Like she's a newer agent. Funny thing is, like when I went to Colorado to actually see the property, I was on vacation with my wife, and we went down there, and we had to take which like Denver has the greatest transportation system. They had like trains to take you everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I took a train to Thornton, which is about like 10 to 15 minutes up north from Denver. And we got there and we took an Uber, which was like 10 minutes from the house, which was cool, which was fine. And we got there and the neighborhood was perfect. The agent pulled up like 30 minutes late and we saw the property. And then I was like, how you take us back to the train station? And she was like, yeah, I can, but my car smells like weed.
Oh my God.
I was like, hey man, we ain't tripping about that. And it was just like everybody there's just chill. Here, let me see this one call real quick. Hello? No, I'm still on it right now.
What's going on with me in the property yesterday?
Say it one more time.
Remember where we left off on the property yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, so she just verified we can't put a unit on it, but the seller's interested in doing terms, and she says that she wants to put it in writing, but we haven't disclosed what kind of terms we want to do.
Okay.
So I'm kind of stuck.
So they went in writing. So what was I about to say? Have you talked to them about like a down payment or payments along the way or anything like that?
I told her that, hey, like, I want to see what the seller wants. And of course, I want to own it as long as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And she said the seller wants to put it in writing first just to make sure it's legit. And I think it's OREC too. She's about to send me a blank piece of paper.
Is what, right? Which, I'm sorry.
It's like Trek, but Oklahoma.
Oh, Trek. Oh, but yeah, okay, got you. So, so she's gonna send you a trek form that. Oh, I don't know if they have. Well, I don't know Oklahoma's contract, but I don't think they have that where it can. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know if they have where it can be like deal with.
That's
Is there a mortgage on it?
That's the thing. I asked her, or I haven't asked her about the mortgage. I forgot to ask her. Crap. Okay.
Yeah, you would need to know that information and kind of what the seller's looking for as far as upfront and stuff like that. To even get your terms going, to even kind of have something in writing for them. You
Yeah.
can give them an example if they want like an example, but you kind of need to tell them that you need the mortgage statement and what's the other thing I said? The payoff.
The payoff.
Yeah.
Of what?
The payoff of the mortgage if they have a mortgage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang. That's the thing. I was gonna discuss with her, but then I really wanted to verify if we could put the unit. And I haven't underwritten it yet, and I need help underwriting it. To be honest.
Yeah, and so the underwriter you need that information, you need that mortgage statement, and you need to know what the seller's looking for as far as.
Okay. I need a mortgage. That way, I know. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise,
yeah.
you're just making up numbers, you know.
Okay, so what? So I called the realtor and said, "Hey, for me to go ahead and get terms, I need to figure out the mortgage, like see if they own anything."
Yeah.
And if it's free and clear, then that's great.
Then that's great. Yeah.
Okay. Dang, bro, I'm nervous.
I mean, no, don't be. Yeah. I mean, did you want me to talk to the agent?
Yeah. She just called me back. Do you want me to just go around the line?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem. I don't know her name.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm here.
Go ahead, Damien.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Melinda.
Melinda, how you doing? I'm Damien.
Good. Hi, Damien. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. You sound friendly.
I'm very friendly. I'm friendly to a fault.
All right, same. until I can't be. Victor was kind of catching me up on the property. Honestly,
Yes, sir.
I've been looking at properties all day. I'm kind of lost on what the address actually is, but to my knowledge, we were trying to work things out kind of creatively to kind of see what's in the best interest of the seller. Does that sound about right?
That's very friendly of you.
Oh,
You sound friendly.
I mean, I'm trying to match your energy. That's it.
That's very thoughtful. Yes, sir. What can I tell you?
Yeah, so we're looking to kind of put things on paper for you, so we can kind of give a good outline of what we're looking at and how we can get things going. We would need. Is this one still under? They have a mortgage on this, or is this paid off for them?
I am about 99.9% sure it's paid off. It's been a rental property for her.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool, perfect. So,
Yeah.
at this point, we're really looking at how much are they looking at down to kind of do owner financing with us.
I guess to me the most you can offer, the more favorable for yourselves.
Yeah.
That they would want to accept the seller financing, but like I told Victor, the owner is elderly and she's not well, so
yeah,
the siblings would be the one taking over the
absolutely
financing part. Yeah.
And I'm sure she doesn't want to have to deal with all that anyway. She just rather sit back and get the money.
She's ready to sell it.
Yeah.
She's ready to sell it. Now, the best scenario is to sell it. Just go ahead and buy it. Either get a loan yourself or pay cash for it, however you are able to do that. But if that's not something you can do, then we'll look at the seller financing option.
Yeah.
But they would prefer not to do that. But, he didn't say no to it. So.
Okay. And reason we like doing, seller financing and more creative is because we're actually, it's like a lot of times when we're doing cash now, especially nowadays with the market that it is now, we're having to like offer like 60 to 50 cents on the dollar just because we have to make up for, the interest rates being so high. And this way, we can actually give the sellers the asking price they're looking for. And that way, we feel like we're not trying to undercut them or have them lose money in the value of their house, because at the end of the day, that's not what we're in business for, right?
Yeah, right.
So,
right, I understand.
so yeah, we would love to kind of see what we do. So typically, and this is not for your, this is not particularly
Let me
there.
ask you this:
Yeah.
what interest rate are you looking at right now? Have you talked to your banker or your loan person?
Yeah, so right now we're honestly looking at like 7.5 to 8 as far as investment properties, and we're having to put like 20% down with the banks, and we're like, no, dude. Like, the only one making money is the banks, and we don't want that to happen. Like, we'd rather keep the value with the seller.
Right.
So I mean, like, typically what we're doing right now with the sellers, we're dealing with pre-foreclosures. We're helping those guys out, paying their arrears. Maybe giving them like $5,000 to kind of help them move on to the next step. Or people with no equity, sometimes they're like, "Hey, just take my house. I gotta relocate somewhere else. Just take over my payments." And just so we're in that situation. So typically, we like giving like 10 or $5,000 to $10,000 down, just to secure, have skin in the game, to know that we're serious about it. And then we'll kind of amortize the payments along the way. Preferably, we would rather have the loan forever, but we know that's not ideal. So we kind of leave it up to the sellers and whatever they're comfortable with, and then kind of find out a good monthly payment. So obviously we can still cash flow from the property after kind of purchasing it from her.
Okay.
Okay. So how does that kind of sound for you? Or where can I help out?
I'm looking at 20% down would be 28,000.
Okay.
Could you do 20%?
20%. And so, I mean, if we did 20, we would have like, so what? That's not impossible. So I'm gonna start saying that 20% is not impossible. It's just, a lot of times, like I said, we're dealing with the 5 to 10, so it just has to make sense for us to kind of do. We could have bought 3 other properties with that 28, and it just has to make sense for us number wise. So it's not impossible that we can do it. We just have to run the numbers to make sure that that's within the budget. That makes sense for you?
Yeah. Well, I would just go ahead and buy it outright, and you could buy down points.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The 5.6 or 5.5%. So, and I've got a great banker, our mortgage person, who I could recommend. If you probably have one already, but if you'd like to talk to someone in Oklahoma, y'all are from Texas?
I am from Texas.
Okay. You'd be working with the Texas mortgage company or bank. If you'd like to talk to this gal, she's very blunt and can give you good information quickly. If you'd like to do that, I can give you that name and number. And the reason I'm saying that, because she was in here today giving us a training and over financing, and yeah.
Okay. And let's just say that. Oh, no, go ahead. I'm definitely open to it, because I would love if you could send the information to us with your lender.
Yeah, but I'm going to send you her copy of her card.
Okay.
And she was talking about buy downs versus discount points. And she said the buy downs really are the same as discount. Getting lower than discount points is a better way to go. She's very knowledgeable.
No, absolutely. But, what I
and then
yeah, what I
don't want to. She's in the business of giving loans, so she may not really. She probably shared the information about the owner financing, but I did do the owner financing last month, and it was really easy. We drew up an amortization schedule.
Yeah.
They put down 10-year loan. They put down a pretty big down payment.
Yeah. And so, what I'm curious on,
that's why I was going at 20% down would be very favorable, and then you can make payments to them.
Okay, let's start there. So, with the 20% down, what kind of payments are you looking at monthly, just ideally?
I have to pull it up on the computer and do an amortization schedule.
Okay, and do you? Yeah, and honestly, and see if we can like just stretch out the term length. Being at like per se 30 years, and then maybe we can kind of work something out that way to see if it makes sense payment wise, so we can still cash flow from it.
Okay. And let me just also inform you that she has had an offer. It's not full price offer.
Okay.
But she has had an offer just to purchase it. And it's kind of the same kind of deal you're doing, investment people.
Yeah.
But and there's been more interest recently. There hadn't been for a while. And y'all haven't seen the house, have you?
Vic, have we seen the house?
I've just seen it off of Zillow. I haven't.
Okay.
I've drove by it, but I haven't.
I'd be glad to show it to you at your convenience also. We might be jumping the gun here. So, but I will go ahead and send that information to you that we just discussed. And in the meanwhile, we might try to get a showing this week. Okay?
Okay, perfect. That sounds good.
Sound good?
Absolutely.
Okay, and what you're going to get is my amortization schedule off the computer.
No, absolutely.
I just sent Victor a copy of the Oklahoma State Real Estate Commission contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can look at it, and it starts out with a one page. It was all one link, so I had to send the whole thing. It starts out with conventional loan page, and then the next one's disclosures, and then you get to the contract. So kind of go through those first few pages and look where it says contract.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Absolutely, I appreciate you.
And tell me, I've got Victor, and who is this? What's your name, sir? I'm sorry.
This is Damien. Damien. Yes.
Okay, Damien.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's your last name?
It's Damien Cooks.
Spell that for me.
It's Damien is Dameon, and then Cooks is Cooks.
Cooks, just like a cook.
Yep.
Okay,
and I cook a little bit too.
Very good.
Absolutely.
And I will send all that to you, and we'll talk again tomorrow.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Man, thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. So I mean, 20% is not bad, because this is only it's 140, right?
Yeah, but it needs some work. Like 1 second. It needs some work. Like it doesn't have a central HVAC. I honestly don't know how to calculate repairs for like a rental. But it needs work. I sent you the Zillow link.
Okay. Oh, I did see it. Okay. Okay.
Wait, did I send it to you? No, I think I sent you the wrong one. Hold on 1 second.
It's the 5th Avenue one, right? Oh no, you said it's the 3rd Avenue. Yeah, you sent it to me yesterday.
Yeah, let me resend. Let's see.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's the same one. Yeah, let me look at that one. I actually do have this agent about to call me back right now, actually. But let's look at this one today. We can do it later today, and kind of go from there. But
okay.
They haven't paid off, so there's no mortgage statement on it. So kind of at that point, it's kind of really just at that point, what do they want monthly? I don't think 20% is bad, honestly. But with the need of repairs and all that kind of stuff, it may kind of kill. Yeah, it could add up. So we can kind of underwrite it from there and kind of show you where you need to be at from that point.
Okay.
All right.
When should I expect a call back, bro?
It probably will be after like 3:30, probably like 4:30.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Keep killing it on the live.
I appreciate it, my man.
Yes, sir. Stay blessed.
All right, you too. All right. Sorry about that, guys.
No, that was money, bro.
I'm actually gonna stop sharing this real quick. But cool. Cool. I'm about to call this agent because they actually needed me to call them back. Well, I'm sorry, not the agent, the wholesaler. I'm gonna call her real quick.
Cool.
This is the one that's in the Austin one. Hello?
Oh.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. I was messing up on the thing.
That's okay. Let me go ahead and add him.
So, Joel. I forgot his name. What's his name? Casey. So, quick summary. This is a never
All
mind.
right, Damien.
Hey, Casey, how you doing, my man?
I'm starting if the sound isn't very good.
Oh, is it still bad right now, or is it?
No, I can hear you guys just fine. I'm just saying.
Oh, on your side, yeah. It sounds like some wind or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's no problem. I can as long as you can hear me, and I can still hear you pretty well. So I went ahead and looked over the deal. I like it. I saw that video Delana sent me, and I really liked how you kind of did you put all that together yourself?
The video?
No, well, yeah, the video. I'm talking about the furniture and design and everything. Oh, you're breaking up pretty. Is it just me, or is it? Can you hear that too, Delana?
No, it's breaking up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, do you want me to call you in 10 more minutes?
Yeah, no, yeah, at your convenience. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, and if that'll help you be in a better area, that'd be fine with me.
Yeah, 10 minutes, and I'll be at the tiny home, and I'll have peace and quiet.
Okay, perfect. That works.
All right.
All right.
Talk soon.
All right. Bye. Okay. Hey, Damien.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you thinking on this? Did you look more into it?
Yeah, no, I definitely did. So I did run some comps, and I ran some with one of my partners, and we kind of saw the numbers at what the potential could be with it, and we did like it, and we liked more on the fact of I just had only I guess a few questions. What is why did I put that? I'm trying to go through my notes. What is stay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is staying again? You told me something when he was taking something plants and something else, right?
Yeah, he's taking his PS4 and his plants.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that. That's fine. Okay, cool. I knew it was something I didn't care about, but I was just making sure. Plants and PS4. Okay, cool. And then so we got that, and so I just need to kind of structure what he's looking at on the back end, because I remember if correct me if I'm wrong, he was looking for 178, 500 or something like that altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was needing the 50 down. That was non-negotiable, which is cool. And I just wanted to have an idea because, like he said, he hasn't been called out yet for the water and stuff like that. But just in case, would he be able to give me like a rough estimate of like how much that would cost if they, just say, oh, this and that to it? I want to know that. I wanted to know more about his management connections and if he just wanted to self-manage it or not self-manage it. If he wanted to partner with me and manage it and do it that way, or how he wanted to work that out. And then basically, yeah, just structure on the back end, like how long he wanted to hold the note, payments, stuff like that. I wanted to kind of know all that details. But I ran on my partner. She likes it. She's good with it, and so we're just needing that last information to make sure everything's airtight.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sweet. And so now, as far as the note or the deed on the property, I guess as far as that goes, is there a way, since his 50K is non-negotiable, is there a way, if that is important to you, I want you to still be able to get that out of the deal?
Yeah, that's so that's one thing I am gonna, because I know he was talking about keeping the title in his name. And honestly, I'm not too stressed out on that, because what me wanting the title on my name is mainly for what tax benefits. But I mean, I can still, I know there's ways I can still get my tax benefits even having a purchase and sale agreement. or not purchase and sell, assignment, what's it called? Agreement for sale. Agreement for
Mhm.
sale. So I can still get that. There's ways around it. I would definitely rather have it in my name. But I mean, if he's wanting it just in case I default or something like that, I can understand that too. So I'm not gonna push it too much, but I am gonna still ask about it and see if I can negotiate that because of the down payment and work that in there. But it's not a make or break for me.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. That's just, I want you to, like, I still want this to be a good deal for you. You
Yeah.
know, like, I understand what he needs out of the property, but it's important that this deal is good for you as well.
Yeah, and when I bring it up about the down payment, I mean I'm gonna talk about that too. It is not. I think the 50 is okay, especially
Mhm.
since he's providing the furniture and stuff like that, and it would really help since he kind of already knows that market a lot if he can manage it too, and I just kind of hire him on as the management and maybe pay him through cash flow as well, or maybe working through his payments and just pay him a little extra. However, we kind of work that out. But we can work that out because he does. He said he loves doing it already. So hopefully I can kind of work that into the cash flow and we can do a win-win and he still gets paid. He just won't have the property per se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's sweet. Because he also sent me a message earlier this morning, and he said, let's see, he said it's just an idea. You won't meet anyone as responsible as us. So I mean, it
Yeah,
tells
he's
you he's
5 star, right?
actually,
He's 5 star super host. Like
yeah,
I'm no star host, so I took that all day.
Okay. All right. Well, sweet. So I'll just call you. Be on standby. I'll
Yeah,
just call
yeah,
you as soon as I call.
yeah. That works. That's fine.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. Yeah. Did you want to answer that, Justin? I was reading that as I was on the call.
Yeah, so to how I understand it, this is held at the servicing company because if you do ever default on the note, then the servicing company will just send that off back to the original owner. So the title company is just to get you through the transaction to make sure there's clear title, to issue a title policy, and that they're just the third party that's going to handle the transaction. The servicer is the one that actually services the loan for the entirety until it's paid off, refied, etc. So it'd be at the servicing company.
Yep. Exactly. Mindu.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So cool. So I'll give you a little backstory. I don't know. Did I actually talk about how I came across the property and all that, or I don't know if I even talked about that.
No, bro, go through it though.
Okay. So this one came last night from Delana, and she's from Austin, and she came across this one on a Facebook ad. Facebook ad just posted it on Facebook. She saw it, and he was trying to sell it for 170, and so he was open to doing financing because he was going through whatever situation it was. So he just needed $50,000 down right now in pocket to get everything rolling. And so I mean, the thing is, he was really transparent about everything. He was like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna leave everything in there. I just need." He told me the plants in PS4. That's all I want to take, and I'm already running this, so I'll be happy to still manage it for you, and everything like that. And so I was like, okay, I mean, let me just check out the numbers make sense, and then we can go from there. So it's an RV lot. So all he's doing is paying for rent. He doesn't own the land, but he's just paying for rent on the land. And the rent for land is super cheap. It's like 750, and it includes like electricity, water. So the catch is the RV spot where he's at was where the previous leasing building was. So they already still have the water connections and electricity and all that. So he's getting all that like for free still. And
Wow.
so everything included is in the 750. And so and then it can make like $3,000 a month. So I'm like, that cash flow is ridiculous.
Dang.
So, and that's on the lowest end. Like 3,000 a month is like minimum. And plus, it's like right there in the heart of Austin. So around March, we always have South by Southwest,
Oh
which I'm
yeah.
gonna go crazy. So that's gonna be. I had a Yvette from Sub Two. She actually helped me out, and kind of ran the console with me and stuff like that to kind of make sure everything was up in the right. And thing is, he's already a super host, 5 star super host on Airbnb. So he has a couple already. So if I get him to like kind of do the cash flow and kind of pay him like a little bit of management fee with that, and then it's like managed himself, and he's paying himself back on his principal that I owe him every single month. So that seems like a win-win to me. And plus, he already has furniture in there, so I don't have to worry about that and all that kind of stuff. So
I was just gonna say, I was like, that sounds like the best way to make it a win-win, because you're leveraging the fact that he's already a super host too.
Yeah.
And then he gets a good deal out of it as well. So it's a win-win all around.
And I'm gonna try to get, since I'm paying him so much up front, I'm like, hey man, like, can you like work out the deal with me on managing it?
Yeah.
And kind of go that way. So like maybe, because a lot of times you're paying like what 15-20% for like, a manager to manage it and you hands off of it. I'm probably paying him like maybe 8 to 5 and try to go from there.
All right. So here, this might be a question that we could actually ask you
Yeah.
about this deal too. Have you guys ever seller financed their down payment and paid at increments or certain times?
Yes, I'm doing that right now. Actually, having somebody do that to me. So I'm doing an owner finance house, the one we're actually closing on Friday. The buyer is gonna pay me down payment in increments. The down payment is 15,000, and they're gonna pay me 7,500 now and 7,500 in 6 months, and that's all written on the contract. So definitely down with breaking up down payments, especially if I'm doing it that way too. Um, I just want to make sure that I can bring enough to the table to make sure that works. So it's a few ways you can pay them back. A lot of the times, if it's like a low down payment, like $10,000, they let you break it up like 5,000 now, 5,000 6 months or a year. What you can do is you can like cut off like a piece of the cash flow every month to make sure that you have that next $5,000 whenever it comes up. I've seen that done before. So no, definitely you can break it up, slice it up however you want to, whatever the seller and buyer agree upon. That was a good question, because that doesn't, a lot of people don't talk about that at all.
Joel's got the best questions. He's always in wholesale hotline.
Oh yeah.
He's given Pace and Jamil a run for their money on the questions. Joel's awesome. Joel's local here in the DFW area, so shout out to Joel.
Absolutely, that was a really good question. So I'm definitely gonna stand on standby until they come back on. Then I'll just have back on the phone, which should be here in a minute. But anything else you want to talk about? Any questions that
I was probably just gonna do. I'm gonna go through my CRM and do some follow up calls.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know. I could put it on mute for me, and then if you want to go through those calls, or I don't really know. I don't know. I'm hoping they just call me back as I'm talking right now, so I can just do this and then do that. But it don't seem like that's going to happen.
No worries, bro. Whatever. It's the Dame show, so whatever you want.
Let me see. Actually, I want to see if Joel can hop on here too. That'd be dope to hear from you. How do I do that again? Okay. Hey, chill out, Andres. 8? What are you trying to do over there, man? Buy all of Texas? There we go. That's how you do it, right? That's the link. Hopefully they end up calling me back soon. What's some other things? So what's some other things that you kind of got from, I guess, today's calls? Like how did it feel, I guess, calling with another partner?
Man, calling with a partner is way more fun. Like that's the biggest takeaway that I have. Like doing this on your own sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless you just have some, you love being by yourself and you love talking to strangers and sometimes you love getting rejected. Like, man, more power to you. But no, this is just a lot more fun. Because it's like we said earlier, we're two like-minded people. And, we kind of know what the struggle is, right? To do this business.
Yes.
And it's a lot more relatable when you have someone that's struggling with you and you're pushing each other and encouraging each other and, helping each other grow. So that's the biggest takeaway for me. And then beyond that, just learning some of the creative things you do and how you pitch it. It's completely different. So it's kind of crazy that we're both in the Sub-2 community. We're both learning the same things, but you might look at a deal one way where I wouldn't even have considered it that way. So that's something else. That's like you just talking about, getting a portion of the down payment now, and then 6 months from now, who knows if I would have thought of it like that. Maybe I would have said, yeah, pay me half of it now. We'll do monthly payments until, 12 months or whatever. And, you could have just looked at it a million different ways. So it's all interesting to bounce ideas off each other.
No, absolutely. And even with that split down payment, I'm actually charging her more monthly until she pays it in full.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool about it too. But yeah, so it's like I love hearing other people talking, the way people say things. Like I picked so many things up from like, listening to Alejandro, listening to Daryl, listening to Pace, listening to everybody just listen to. I just peep game from. I'm like, oh, I like the way they said that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
And I really use it that same like within like an hour. I use it, and I see the way it kind of flows from. I was like, I didn't use that right, or I like the way I use that.
Yeah.
I play with it. But yeah, like however I'm talking definitely comes from each and every like little piece of however I learned from somebody else.
Yeah.
I love just listening to other people, especially when I have a chance to do things like this and being live and talk about it and all that kind of stuff and see the reasoning why they go about this way and this way. I love that. So that's really dope.
Same. One thing I'm working on right now, just to kind of throw it out there, is I'm trying when I make like either offers or I make, we're talking about numbers. I want a sense of urgency. Like that's something I'm working on is like, saying, hey, no problem. Like definitely look it over, take your time as far as looking it over. But just so you know, too, we have about 3 other deals that we're looking at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't guarantee. I think I heard Alejandro say this too.
I was just about to say that.
He was like, yeah. I mean, by Monday, my other partners might have already bought in a few deals, and we might not have any more capital by yours. So, no rush at all. But just I wanted to let you know that and be upfront with you about it.
No, and that's the smoothest like kind of slash pull away slash like I really want this for you, but like I only want it for you if you want it too type thing.
Yeah.
And so it really gets them like, okay, like well I can do this right now. Like that's just, and the thing is I actually believed him.
Oh, I did too. He sounded like he didn't sound like he was like.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me he was trying to be aggressive about it. He was just like, hey, I'm just letting you know because I would feel bad if I didn't tell you this, but. Like my partner is, there might be a chance we don't buy anything, but we probably will. So, he just said it so nonchalantly, which was great.
No, I really do love that. Like the way he like kind of presents it and sets it up. It's honestly, it's crazy. I liked it. And that's one of the things I said. Like I saw it, I was like, oh cool, I want to use this because I never used that before. Like the pull away like that, like that's dope. What are some pullaways you guys do more often with agents? What are some wins, some wins you give them? You want to start off on that one?
Yeah, kind of what we were just talking about, right? So like for me, with agents, they have a hard time understanding what investors do, how we even make money. So it's a lot of like educating them first off on like, hey, we're looking at a bunch of different deals, just so you know, we're constantly submitting out offers. So kind of what we were just talking about, that's how I would say it too. That's one where you can like use it, even if you're going direct to seller, I feel like you can just say, hey, we're constantly looking at deals. So, it'd be best if we can get something done within the next few days. So we have some capital saved for you. But yeah, I mean, I was actually listening to Alex Hormozy. He was on a podcast with Ed Milet. I was listening to this the other day, and he was talking about creating urgency too, and not only creating urgency but FOMO and the art of creating FOMO. So if y'all don't listen to Ed Milet's podcast, y'all should go to that because Alex gives like a masterclass on that, and it's about creating scarcity, right? The more scarce something is, the more valuable inherently that we humans are going to place on it. So if you're saying just make something in your pitch, whether it's time or money, like limited. Don't act like you have all the time in the world. Sometimes if you think that they're motivated, they're ready to do something, then maybe you just throw that in there and see if it gets them a little bit more motivated and ready to go. That's just something I would say about that.
I like that. No, definitely, because the thing is, the way I kind of do it in like, well, not like how I do it, but like what I've done recently is that I always kind of leave it open. and make it seem like, oh, I got time, like put me as a backup, like that's it. Instead, I should start saying like, I'd be a good backup, but just in case, I throw in that, but
Yeah.
thing, I need to start doing that more often because I mean it does, like you say, create urgency, and just it's just natural.
Yeah.
People just receive it that way. So I think on the next ones, I'm gonna definitely start doing like, just keep me as a backup, but we're dealing with this every single day, or we're doing properties or whatever. And so what I like to do to kind of do a pull away with the agents is I like to. I mean, what do the agents really care about?
They care about their commission.
Exactly. So I play with the commission. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, hey, look, I'm right here trying to give you full commission right now. I mean, with the market going the way it is right now, my price might change and also your commission might change. And I want to
Yeah.
give you a full value with, I want to get this deal done with you as soon as possible. So before the things start changing up a lot more, like let's try to get this deal done. I've used that before.
Yeah.
And I go based off what people actually care about.
Yeah.
And I know they care about the commission. Sellers care about their price.
Yeah.
This and that. So
one extra thing that I do too, that everything you just said is something that I do, but on top of that, I'll even add like, oh, you don't want to be the bad guy, right? So you can either say my underwriter or my partner, we're looking to get a deal done this weekend. My partner, he needs to deploy some capital for tax purposes. Maybe you say something like that. You don't have to be the bad guy in that situation too. You can always put it off as my partner, the underwriter, etc. When you are doing those pullaways, and that keeps you having a good face with the agent or the homeowner as well. So that's just something else.
Yeah, absolutely. And having somebody else that you're putting that on, I think I started using that just from the get go because I just hate being the bad person, and that's natural. Like I always hate being the bad person in any situation, whether it's talking about real estate or just talking about something in general.
Yeah.
I hate being the person, and I was dealing with that on a few lives ago, where like we're doing a wholesale deal, and then man, I don't want to get started with this. That's gonna bring back memories. And I don't like the one that we're closing right now. It went through so many hoops, and I wasn't even getting paid from it. Like I just was trying to be the mediator, and it was like, oh, they want title sent, earnest money sent to somewhere else, and this and that, and it's 7,000. I'm like, bro, I'm just a middleman. Like y'all put me in this position where I had to talk to both of y'all. And so I definitely get that. And I don't want to be the bad person. And I was leveraging that. I was like, hey, this person said this. Look, I'm with y'all and this and that. And then I went up there, I was like, hey, man, they saying this, but I'm with y'all. I was doing that all. Like, if y'all could hear me do that. I was literally paying like, hey, I'm on y'all side. But look, they over here, they're tripping. Hey,
I can't stand these guys too.
These guys over here, bro, they're something else. I was doing that all day. Exactly. Bad cop, good cop. But I'm the best.
You just, I love it. I love it too. Cause then you can I have fun with it. Like I'm just like, I'm just the low man on the totem pole. Like, I'm
just the middleman.
I'm just here to negotiate and just see if the numbers even work. And then I take it back to the guys and they're the ones that crunch the numbers. I'm terrible at math. So.
Yeah. Now I'm over there sending them like screenshots of the conversations, like, "Hey, look, I'm saying this to these guys over here," and then I gotta like delete some messages to fill in the other parts. Like, "Hey, look, this was." Oh man, I'm so vindictive. That was.
Well, it's true though. I mean, it's all about the story. It's all about the story and what frame you're coming from. So if you're in a more powerful frame when you're not the bad guy when you're on their team. So. I think we got to use it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was great. And then it was just funny the replies like, "Hey man, look, I know you're doing as hard as you can. You're just here. You're just doing what you can do." Like, and I was like, "Yeah,
you're right." He starts feeling bad for you. He's like, "Oh my god!"
I'm like over here just playing the puppet. But no, that's funny. Like, yeah, no, that's really good. So hey, you're right. Joel always has great questions, man.
I told you,
that's a great way that how you can leverage deals and all that kind of stuff.
Good cop, bad cop, the classics. Exactly.
Yep. That's exactly how it is. I thought they would call me back by now. Let's see what this is. Asked a lot of people for Texas. We got to look at 65% exactly. repairs here and offers are definitely much lower to agents for cash. So great, yeah, absolutely. So I'm getting the exact same thing. I'm getting people are definitely are buying at like 65 to 70. I even got some people at 70. But if I can get under 65, then like all up to 65 is basically like my cash at that
Yeah.
point. If I can get them at 60 and I can like confidently say my ARV is this amount of money and take off like some like maybe 10% because of the market shift or whatever the case is. And you don't really have to do as much in Texas. I feel like Texas is pretty good, but I always do it anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, 65. You can get anything under 65%. I'm pretty sure you can find a pretty decent buyer that will buy that up to 60% or 70 sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at too. I mean, I'm telling everyone like what I'm looking at is 65% right now, and it's just the way the market is. Like, I'm not trying to get in a bad deal where, where if the market did go down a little bit more, like we're screwed. So like, exactly what you're saying. I'm at 65 right now. I think there are still some buyers probably out there buying probably higher than that. Maybe it's guys that have been in the business for multiple downturns, and they feel confident with their crews and their ability to get the job done for certain prices. But I'm just not at that point yet, so I'm being very conservative on what I'm looking at.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. How do you guys find the bunnies for both agents and sellers usually? Like moving costs, agent relist the property, long-term relationships, etc. So there's a few ways that I kind of get the agents to kind of just tell me really what's up. Like I'll let them kind of talk about whatever the situation is about the property, and I'll say like what's kind of going on is how I kind of started off, and they'll kind of tell me a little bit this and that, and I'll just like be like, hey, just between me and you, like why do you think it's not selling? And they'll at that point they'll kind of be like, well, the sellers are wanting too much, or the market shifted, and this and that, and I'll kind of just let them dig more into it at that point, like tell them something they haven't told me yet. How else? And then at that point, whenever I kind of do kind of suggestively kind of offer creative financing, I'm saying, are they open to doing some more creative? And they'll probably tell me no, or whatever the case is, or they need the money like right now, or they're not open to creative. And then I'll kind of, I mentioned to Victor actually this. I said usually there's three reasons why people don't, want to do creative with me. It's either they need all the money for, a specific reason, they're confused about it and they don't really want to tell me, or they just don't like me. And I was like, which one do you think it is? And at that point, they'll tell me like, "Oh, it's for a purchase for this and this and this and this and this," and go into a whole spiel. Or they said they're confused about this because they dealt with this before with another investor, but this and this and this happened. And so I was like, whatever. I'll kind of dig into that. Or I mean, I don't think anybody's never like not liked me. So, but,
I don't think so.
yeah,
For me, what I like to do is disqualify, like especially if you're direct to seller. Like the best thing, like sellers, they're going to be very guarded. They don't know who you are. They feel like they're in the middle of a negotiations most times, and they know that the person that gives up the more information is more like you feel more vulnerable, right? When you do that, so they want to keep all their information close to their chest. So when you're able to talk to a seller and they're not telling you a lot of information, a lot of times stuff that I'll do is I'll be like, well, why don't you just keep the house? I mean, it sounds like, you think the property's in great condition. You don't need to sell it. Then why wouldn't you just keep it? Why are we even talking? Like, honestly, like, and they'll be like, well, I'm interested, but, I need the money because my daughter, she ran into some issues and we got to do this. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So it's like almost like pulling away almost is going to get them to come after you, and then disqualifying, kind of them as a lead in general is going to get them to open up more. So, and you can do that based on like who you're talking to. Like if it's like an absentee owner, it's their rental property. Why don't you just rent the property back out? It sounds like it was, you're saying it was cash flowing fine. You're saying that you had no issues with the tenants. Why don't you just rent it back out? So you can just base it around which seller you're talking to.
And then they'll tell you like, I'm tired of being a landlord, like that one lady said. Like they're
Yeah,
just tired of being landlords and they just want to get rid of it, and stuff like that. And then
yeah,
you can kind of, and then at that point, like it depends on how you really are. Like a lot of times, like I may just end the conversation there because a lot of times it's better to be a sniper and just shoot one offer and then maybe do a follow up if nothing
yeah.
happened, and then just say, look, I know they're probably tired of being a landlord, but how about this situation? And just leave that for another call. I think that's where I left that loan lady off at because I didn't mention that with her with that creative way. I forgot which one it was. The one on Brush Creek, Angela. That
Yeah.
was the one that was saying that they're a Thai landlord. I didn't even mention like doing the whole be the bank type thing just because I want to leave that for a second conversation. She's gonna call me tomorrow, and so I want to kind of offer that the next time we have a phone call.
100%. I think we got a question here from Andres. So he said, just got off the phone call with an agent. Property listed at 295, comps at 240. There's a new build, 2022 build across the street going for 295. He said, is it 1958 property is better than the new build?
He told you that?
Dang. What's better about it? I want to. Was this thing carved
Yeah.
chisel stone, or like what are we talking about here? Why are we?
He said that his 1958 property is better than the new build. I want to say, did you ask him why? Well, I wouldn't even entertain him. Actually, I would.
Yeah,
I would entertain him just to have that conversation.
yeah.
Um,
To see how delusional it actually is.
yeah, I usually ask people like if they say something like that, I'm like, what kind of makes you think that? And I'll just hear them out honestly. Like we're there to have conversation anyway. Like I'm already on the phone with you. Like let's let it keep going. So I was like, what makes you think that? And at that point, I'll figure out what it. Yeah, so you saying the agent said that? That's really crazy. And how long? I'm just curiosity. If you want to put in the chat, how long has that been on the market? Um, and let the market talk for itself. It probably had
Andres,
no price. It probably had no price reductions. I'm pretty
is
sure.
there any chance? Is there any chance he was just being sarcastic, or is he serious?
I don't know. Was that 50 years almost? That's almost 50 years old.
Yeah, that's more, bro.
Oh man, that's
No price, 160 days.
that's what he said. Oh, no price reduction. Oh yeah, 160 days, no price reductions. Yeah,
Yeah,
he might be the seller too. Honestly, he sounds like he'd be the seller. That's the only thing that I could think of. Speaking of that, want to hear this from y'all. What do you think of doing seller finance or creative finance
I got
on?
I got an opinion on this.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so Joel, full disclosure, I haven't done any of these deals with new construction as far as creative financing goes, but I used to work for a builder, and I think it depends what kind of new construction it is. If you're trying to get a new construction home from a builder, like a reputable builder that does hundreds of homes a year, it's to me, if you're asking for my opinion, it's slim to zero. And the reason is because that's not their business model. Like their business model, they've borrowed money just like other investors, and they're using it to fund their construction projects and so that they can make a profit on it. They're not in the business to be a note holder and do all that stuff. So like if you're talking about reputable builders, production builders in the area, there's probably a slim chance. Now, if it's a new build that a homeowner has purchased through the builder, yeah, there's a chance definitely that you could do something creative there. Also, I think there is a chance too where if you're talking about like someone who's like a speculative builder, like your one-off type guys, like maybe something. This is probably something closer to like what I would do, where if I saw a lot that I liked, I might borrow some money, build a house, and if it's not selling for whatever reason, then yeah, I would definitely, I might be open to doing something creative. So I think it kind of depends on who the seller is and who owns the property at that time. So
No, let me talk about that because I was curious about the same thing. I've been hearing about that recently as well about what am I saying? New construction properties being owner financed nowadays because or they're being more just more of those things happening. And I was kind of curious on like what type of new constructions and what kind of builders are actually offering that, and that
Yeah.
makes total sense.
Their business model is to sell to a homestead buyer, and before they would do creative finance, they're going to discount the property. Like they're not stupid. They know what's going on in the market, and they'll discount properties. They'll buy down rates. Most of these companies too, they either partner with lenders or they have their own in-house lenders as well. So there's things that they can do on the lending side for a homestead buyer to be able to afford the property more. So, for instance, my girlfriend and I were just talking about this. I think it was yesterday that there could be some like or actually, you know what? I might have heard this on Wholesale Hotline. I'm not sure, but I heard someone say that they're starting to look into products for adjustable rate mortgages or these types of deals. And their goal or their hope is that the rates will continue to go down, and then once they get to a certain point, they could hopefully refinance into a rate loan. Yeah, so that's something around that too.
Okay, so do you mind touching on a rate buy down and what that is, or do you feel comfortable with kind of explaining that?
You might know more about that,
No,
honestly.
I don't. Yeah, I don't at all. I'm asking for myself and everybody else that's watching that doesn't know about it.
I definitely would not be the right guy to talk to. If my girlfriend walks in, she knows about that, and I'll pull her up on here. But I wouldn't be the right guy to talk to about that.
No, if she's open to talking about it, she ain't got to show her face. She can just talk, on the side.
Yeah.
But I kind of give a brief from what I understand and do not hold me by it. So from what I understand, it's like a 2-1 buy down, and it's to where I understand. Like, say the rates are like 6% right now, you can buy it down. I don't even know how that even works as far as a buy down, but from what I understand, you can get a lower rate for like the first year, like at 4%, and you'll have that rate all throughout the year, no matter what the market changes, whatever it's gonna do. The next year you'll have 5%, and then after that you'll get up to whatever the market interest is at that point, to my knowledge. But it goes based off what the value is right now. And so that's from what I understand it as. I hoping somebody else can shed some more light on it. But I might have to have someone come on and talk about that more into depth. Or I might just do some more research tonight, and if no one comes up, I'll just talk about what I learned uh, the day before today.
Yeah, no, I'd be curious too because I need to know that. So if you do find out more about that, I'd love to hear about
Yeah,
it.
no, I'll definitely look about more on it today and probably ask more people, and then I might have somebody come on and that fully understands it and it can describe it for everybody. 'Cause I'm not gonna learn everything about it in one day. Well, I might, I don't know, but I'll definitely do some research on it today because I'm definitely curious on it. Because it's another option for sellers to do with buyers, and I think it is. That's what that lady was mentioning on the phone with Victor, uh, that she was mentioning a lender that's open to doing the buy down, the 2-1 buy down.
Yeah.
So to make it more affordable for buyer stuff for the mortgage, for the at least first 2 years. I know a lot of short term rental people are doing that as well, and then they're trying to refinance out. I think that's kind of risky in my opinion. Um, but I mean, if you buy it at the right price, it may not be that risky.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of short term rental guys are doing that.
That's interesting.
Cool. Let's take that off. Okay, cool. Yeah, at this point, I'm figuring they're not gonna call me back.
They're supposed to call you at like 3.
They're supposed to call me like no, they're supposed to call me like 20 minutes ago because they said in 10 minutes. Actually, they're supposed to call me 30 minutes ago.
Damn.
But it's all good. Honestly, I mean, is there any last remarks? I mean, I'm okay with what is this? What's your opinions on luxury market if you guys were on wholesale hotline yesterday? I was for briefly. Jerry said it may be easier. I think 100% agree. I mean the buyers are I mean definitely less, but if you know the right people and you know the right buyers, the people that have like those kind of buyers in their that status, I definitely think it's a lot easier because they're not gonna stop buying because they're not gonna get outpriced out of the market because they don't. I mean, I'm not gonna say they don't care about it, but they're not as worried as far as like the middle class people that actually are just doing it to live. Like they just need somewhere to live, and they can't do it there. Like if you're investing in a multifamily house, like it's gonna cost a lot. You just know it is.
Yeah,
Since the high income buyers won't stop. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think the same thing too. I think there's less people in that space in the luxury market as far as wholesaling goes. So if you are marketing towards those people, and you're able to get, like they were saying yesterday, if you can get one deal, you're probably making six figures
Easy.
on that assignment fee, because $100K assignment fee on a $2.8 million property, that's that's a drop in the bucket, I guess. If you want to, it's not a drop in the bucket, but it's kind of like that's the price you got to pay at that price point. So, and the competition is just less. So I would love to do that eventually, is get into the luxury space. That's something that I would love to do.
Yeah, I want to get Jabs on here. If not tomorrow, sometime in the future, to talk about his flip. Is his closing actually? I think this week. I'm gonna text him actually. I'm
Is
gonna text
closing,
him.
or is it finishing?
I mean, I'm sorry, not closing, finishing. I apologize.
Yeah.
Finishing this week is supposed to be actually. So I wanna get in touch with him. I think it's supposed to be Friday actually. That's supposed to be finished. It's supposed to be.
No,
But
they did
yeah,
have a good timeline too, like because they took it down. I want to say they took it down, most of it to the studs.
yeah,
So they did that pretty quickly for as big of a property as it was.
yeah. There is tons, especially just in this Dallas, like a whole bunch of gyms, just like in the little nooks and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of luxury stuff.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, all throughout DFW. Oh my goodness, I am in DFW. I'm right here in McKinney. We're both kind of up here in the North Dallas area. I'm in McKinney. You're in Plano.
I'm in McKinney.
Oh, you're in McKinney. Oh my god.
Well, I'm your next door neighbor, bro.
He's my neighbor, bro. We should be doing the same place. That's not the. I forgot you're still McKinney. Oh, you're just from.
I know, I forget that about you too. I'm like, I know he's up here somewhere, but like, I don't know where exactly.
Yeah, Wiley. I used to go to Wiley all the time. Wiley, Murphy, and what's the other one? Sassy. Is that what it is? That's over in that area. I used to go there all the time. I don't know what I was over there for. I don't know what I was over there for. I think I had family over there. 544 are shopping centers. I don't know what that means. What is that? Do you know what that means? The 544 are shopping centers?
I think that's a gang, actually. Joel, are you part of a gang? Joel's got street cred, bro.
No, definitely. He runs the Wiley area.
That's what he's saying, is that's our shopping center.
Okay. I got you. No, like as soon as you said that, I put it together. I was like, he probably means FM, like farmers market. FM in as our shopping center. Okay, cool. Is that like the what am I trying to say? Is that like you like that's the whole you own that whole commercial area? Is that what you mean by that?
544. Probably just maybe he shops over there.
Oh, okay. I thought he owned the commercial over there. I was like, that's dope.
In my
I wouldn't put it past him. But no, Joel, we definitely need to start doing deals together. And seeing a lot more events. Yeah, Murphy and Road. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. But yeah, definitely do some deals. I want to know everybody out here in Sub 2, Astro, investors, DFW investors, just in general, wholesalers. I want to know all y'all. I want to do deals with all y'all. I just want to know all y'all and inside my market, and yeah, just do deals with everybody, slowly but surely.
Same here, bro. Same. And if y'all got any luxury deals out there, I can't say I'm a buyer, but I'll look at it. Like, shit. Like, if it's a deal, it's a deal.
Yeah, no. Tell so how can they find you also, and then what like tell them what you're looking for and how they can send it to you.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate that. So my Instagram handle is Justin Minikes. That's my name, Justin Minikes. So you can find me on Instagram. That's probably where I'm most active. On Facebook, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't use it probably as much. And the best way for us to work together is I'm looking to flip. Like, so if y'all got deals, like
Cash buyer.
cash buyer right here. Like I built for 7 years. I'm not a daisy chainer. Like I'm end buyer. So send me any deals in North Dallas, anything from like Richardson all the way up to I'd say like Sherman area. I'm trying to stay within like if the property's in like what's your state criteria again? Oh, state your criteria. I'm trying to stay like built no later than like I would say 1955, 1960. I'll look at anything from that all the way, to stuff that's newer, preferably 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,300 square feet. But I'm not afraid to do some bigger projects. Like we were looking at a deal in Plano. It was a fire burnout and they wanted 500,000 just to purchase it. It was overpriced, but the ARV on it was about 1 million. And those kind of projects don't scare me. It's just the numbers need to work though, and it just needed too much work. So we passed on that, but I wouldn't mind doing a deal like that. So I'm trying to stay within 75 in the toll road. So if y'all have anything within that, like definitely reach out to me. I'd love to look at it. Like I said, anything from Richardson all the way up to like Sherman, and if it's between 75 and the toll road or pretty close to that, definitely look at it.
No, definitely. Cool, cool, cool. So, yeah, send in the how do you want those? They going to just send it to you on Instagram or?
Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram, and then we'll figure out a way whether we'll jump on a call or figure it out, jump on a Zoom and talk more details. So,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. All right, this was awesome. I liked having a host or a co-host on there. That was really
Yeah.
dope. And then getting to know, you guys got. I'm always doing Dallas and DFW natives. So, Joel, we got to get you on here. I do it every day, Joel. Every single day. I've been doing this since.
Why not twice a day, bro? Why not twice a day?
Yeah, I've been doing it every single day. Starting January 2nd, I've been doing it at the same time every single day, and I'm gonna continue to all month. And I'm gonna continue. We're so also me and Justin are planning doing a challenge for next month. So keep your eyes and ears open for that one. We plan on doing it February 1st. We haven't figured out a topic exactly what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be something that we try to do together to help out. Guys take initiative and take action when it comes to real estate investing. Whether you're brand new and it's all good. I appreciate it. Whether you're brand new or you've been here for a while and you're just trying to dig your feet further in the ground and learn some new tricks, tips and tricks. We're gonna figure out what the best topic is for this next month and do that every day as well. So you guys get to see me for 2 months straight.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on here, Dame. It's dope.
Absolutely.
I think your channel is like people are catching you right now at obviously at the beginning stages, but like you're sky's the limit for you, bro. Like
I
you're
appreciate the
killing it
same.
right now. So
I think the same for everybody here, man. Everybody, like everybody I meet. I mean, I feel like I look up to you guys so much, and I see value in everybody I meet. So I appreciate you for being here and taking the time out. You took a whole 3 hours with me, dude.
I know.
Like that's crazy. Like I feel like I should pay you. I pay
No, let's,
you.
let's just do deals together.
You probably amortized over 30 years.
Let's just do deals together, bro. But anytime, I'm happy to jump on here. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So same time tomorrow, guys, 12:30 to 3:30. I'll be here. I'll kind of recap. I'll update you guys on what happened on the Austin deal and everything else with the deals that's going on, and just do a full update about everything. Just saw your text from months ago. And Damien, you want to collab on a broker out. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
cut out for a second.
Yeah, I did cut out for a minute. Yeah, so now I need you to pay it forward and hop on one of these Zooms. And we'll see you. We'll just talk about what you got going on. How can people add value to you? Any gems you can drop from where you are right now in your stage of real estate and your journey. That's all I like doing. I like taking like the last 30 minutes to an hour just to talk about other people and their perspective on what they're doing. But this is mainly just to do as a day in the life of a real estate investor. That's all it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be agent outreach. It's not supposed to be pulling lists. Not any of that. Just however you're supposed to work in your method and how you're doing it. That's what I want to see and hear about. So that's really all it's about. And I just feel like it's more relatable and authentic when everybody hears about what they're doing right now instead of something pre-recorded or whatever the case is. So yeah, I
Hey,
hope you guys got some value, and we're gonna see you tomorrow.
yeah. Thanks for having me on again, Dame.
No
Thank
problem,
you all
guys.
for tuning in too. I
Yeah,
look
definitely. Thank you guys for always coming. For you guys that stay coming on, like Kayla, Diego, Taylor, Victor. I know I'm missing some people. Andres, all you guys that continue to always come on. I appreciate the constant. Ryan, he hopped on as soon as we started. Like I appreciate all you guys. So hopefully it just gets bigger from here. Toodles.
See you guys.